Here we go.
Are you on
Boom.
PC?
Hello, and welcome to the realm of Gat'ka. Live show where we're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons and apparently talk a lot about Elden Ring.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck that game.
I'll pick it. Is it crossplay with PS5 and PS4, Gordon?
My God.
I would imagine so, but I have no idea. It's the same
Then
network, so...
I'll pick it up. Let me play together.
No, don't do that just for now.
Anyway, my name's Albie. I'm running the stream, but this is Jesse's game, and we're going to let Jesse take over the show. So you can let us introduce ourselves when you want us to, Jesse, but go ahead.
All right, we're playing in the world of Gat'ka, my fantasy world of my building. As always, trigger warning, there will be possible descriptions of graphic violence and or mature content. Let's start off by introducing the characters, and then I'll do a quick recap. Albie, you want to start?
Sure. My name's Albie. I am playing Alistair Avery, the human bard. And I've got a wagon and 2 mules and a loot that shoots crossbow bolts. And yeah, that's me.
Zach?
That's me. I'm Zach, and I am playing Quasar, the Circle of Stars Druid. And I'm ready to go. Let's do this. Gordon?
Oh, jeez. I'm Gordon. I will be playing Baxter, the ferret folk blade singing wizard. He's a goblin, by the way. Yeah, so that's me.
The Heart of Goblin.
That leaves me. I am Austin, and I am playing Ulfrid, the bounty hunter human crossbow expert, which is like a fighter specifically. As generic as you can get, but he likes shooting people and making money for doing it. So,
hell yeah, brother!
I was just gonna say that.
God damn it!
So
Hell yeah, brother.
Episode 5, Faceless Kings. The whole plot behind this is our characters have come together to try and rediscover an ancient trade route, being that some of the characters are associated with the Merchants Guild, the Silver Serpents. And so they've traveled across land to the Hewn Mountains, which we should see. Yes. And they've found the mouth of the old road, hidden in an old brewery behind some of the stored aged casks of beer. And they have taken their first steps into the lightless tunnel. So, as you plunge into the darkness, Alistair, you can't help but recall something you saw in the old merchant's journal, Bascavar Tata. And it's funny how it comes up to you now. It was just something kind of puzzling scribbled into the margins, but somehow it makes sense now. It goes like this. With each step, I pierce the darkness of ages. The light of the waking world dwindles behind. I tread upon the bones of the ancient empires and walk with the cold crown kings. In a world so removed by the passage of time that I cannot recognize it as my own. What forces, what powers were at hand to cut through earth and stone like a hunter's arrow through the wind? To see such works fills the breast with wonder and refolds the world in mystery. I am born again, a child. So you continue on into the darkness, and the inky black is impenetrable. And you continue on, and then all of a sudden, the mules stop, and you get you're only getting the faintest half light from cracks behind you back where the brewery were. But it's basically dissipated nothing. The mules are not going to go any further.
Oh yeah, and D'Angelo stayed back too, right?
Right, you had to leave the horse behind. It would not enter.
Woods.
What's wrong, Codswold?
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't think he
You
wants
pull
to
By
the
the way,
do it.
lead.
I'm still concentrating on speak with animals, right?
How long has it been since we?
It's literally been minutes.
Then
Since
yeah,
we-
10 minutes is the length. I probably cast it 8 minutes ago.
Okay.
I'll take that.
What's going on, Cotswold? Why have you stopped?
So you put your hand up on its flank and you're kind of trying to figure out and again, the way this works for you is you're kind of like taking all these like different meta feedback from them and like coming together in your intercomputationals, because you're a Warforged, right? Advanced Warforged. You're able to basically get this like layout of what they're thinking. And you realize something. The mule can't see. It's completely dark, and it's stopping because it doesn't know where it's going.
Oh. Well, that's easy to fix.
Put my hand on the mule and I cast Dark Vision.
Oh, damn.
And I give.
Mules or just one?
Ooh.
Light a torch.
How about instead I cast Produce Flame in my hand?
Okay.
And just kind of light the way ahead of me.
How bright
We
does
got
that
some
go?
torches.
It's a dim light for 10 feet radius.
Okay, so that's not very bright. So let's just
I'll
light.
I'll light a
torches.
torch. Yeah.
So, yeah, we all have torches.
Okay.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah, all
bright
the torches?
light.
We can let's just like if we still have the car, we can like strap one to each corner of the wagon. Just have a little.
Will D'Angelo come with a torch?
And I'll go ahead and cast Dark Vision on myself so that I can see ahead of us.
There you go. D'Angelo will not come with a torch. D'Angelo's a
And now
horse
you
and cannot enter a dungeon.
Oh,
naturally have dark vision as well,
Quick.
so I can stay at the front.
Quasar, can you see?
Horses and
As soon as he says that, I say, I can now. And you see my teal eye just turn brighter. And I can see.
I imagine for Quasar, it's almost like when the Predator switches through wavelengths.
Yep.
You know, it's
Mhm.
like click, ultraviolet. Yeah, and then you're like,
it's gonna be a
okay.
shitty trade route if horses can't come through it.
Um,
Only come through with mules.
My card.
Okay, so hold on. So okay, and then we have torches out. What do we? Okay, we can see about what 30 feet. I think is what a torch does.
like that.
30
Yeah,
feet bright. 60.
Quasar and I should have 60 feet dark vision, so we can see
Okay.
past that.
All right. Well, Ulfred and I can't really see much of anything, so you guys should lead the pack. Stay maybe out in front of the wagon, and Ulfred and I'll stay on it. And
Yeah,
we'll
just
follow
stay on the
your lead.
cat, man. We got this.
Okay, sounds good.
I'll take up the rear.
You?
Once the
You would.
light is provided, the
You
the
will.
mules seem to have no problem moving forward. But something else is apparent when you light the torches. The walls are covered in reliefs. And you get a second to actually examine the walls, and they're unique. It's the path is completely straight. You don't see any veering or anything like that. For as far as you can see, the walls are plain, smooth. Besides the reliefs, and it's tall. You can actually see up, and like the light disappears into the darkness above.
Can I make a history check to see if I have any idea of what kind of maybe what this used to be before it was all chopped up?
Chopped up. What do you mean chopped up?
Or like,
You know,
what are the?
it's like blocked.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like what the region like I have this weird feeling like it's like more than just a road, like we're in like a city inside of a mountain kind of thing, you know. So like
Yes, you can do a history check. It's going to be a DC.
I rolled a 17.
17. I'll take it. So one thing you notice is, and you're moving forwards, and you notice that a lot of the reefs are depict actually travelers. You see pastoral landscapes with people in strange garb on wagons led by horses. You see depictions of lone traders with their gear on their back. And you notice that in some places there are some actual writing, and it's actually Dozin, but it's a very archaic form of Dozin. So it takes a little like kind of a little bit of brain power to puzzle it out, but you can see actually there's a few characters that you know, it's very pastoral, but you start seeing the same character in multiple panels. Oh, by the way, your torches have run out. You got to light new ones. So please.
How long do torches last?
An hour.
Jesus.
I am
Alright.
not using a torch again. I'm using my produce
That's fine.
flame.
You're gonna have to any torches that are lit, which I think is 3 of them. Or you're gonna
Wait.
use them?
I have a hooded lantern with oil. I'm
Okay.
gonna use that instead now.
You gonna switch to that?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you look up and tell me how long that lasts, please?
Oh, just kidding. I never had torches, so somebody's got to burn another one for me.
Alistair,
I definitely did.
I hand you 10 torches.
Hooded
Yeah.
lantern.
Well,
Thank you,
A
Quasar.
hooded lantern is 6 hours on 1 pint of oil, and I have 2 pints currently.
Oh, nice. That's good.
yeah. And there's another
Um,
10 torches in the card. So I
do you
can
wanna
do one at
just-
a time.
Are you guys gonna each still light all the torches, or do you want to try and just focus on one lamp? Or
No,
I
I'm
think-
definitely lighting a torch myself.
okay,
One
I'm
torch,
afraid
one
of
lamp,
dark.
and then 2 people with dark vision.
that's fine. So, and you notice these characters, and you can tell there's some kind of political figure. They show up usually in the same garb. They're always you can tell them apart because they have unique looking crowns, and there's a few characters you keep seeing over and over again. And as you move on, you can see depictions of them meeting in what looks like some kind of heads of state meeting. You can see things where they're meeting what looks like foreign travelers, or another character you see over and again is they're talking to these kind of like broad-shouldered robed figures, and you can see that they're representing them together, like there's parts where they're holding hands, like symbolizing some kind of meeting or agreement of some sort. And you gotta change torches, Albie. I'm sorry, you went burned for another torch.
Ah,
It's
Dude,
2 more.
it's like they go through like gasoline.
And looking down, you can see on the ground it's actually it's kind of like textured. If you look down, it's purposely been textured, like somebody carved the ground so that there's a footing, and there's a pattern in it that is asymmetrical, so it's like a pattern in one direction that's continuing over and over again. And it kind of, when you're surrounded by the darkness and the path never changes, it's like you're on this slight slope upward, and that's the only reason you can really tell you're going in the same direction. And when it's unwavering like that, it's hard to get a concept of time. You can't see the sun, you can't see the sky.
How far across is this tunnel, by the way?
25 feet about.
Okay, so there's some room to move around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's enough for 2 wagons to go side by side, probably. Here and there, you can see
Sorry.
regular intervals where it looks like there might have been some kind of wall sconces or something were used at one point. They're decayed. There's nothing there anymore. And at a couple points, you look at these things that are coming out the walls. It look like almost like fountains, but they're dry. Like they're just like little bowls that come out of the wall. You've been traveling for a couple hours now, and you've seen maybe 2 or 3 of them. They come in sets.
Is there any like plant or root life, just or mosses kind of growing, or is it strictly barren?
So there is some moss present. Otherwise, there's not a lot of growth. You can see if you hold your torch down or look to the side, there are almost like gutters along the side, some kind of drainage.
Until
And
I
you can
run
see
off
like
and start raining.
some moss growing there. Otherwise, it's pretty sterile looking. You're someone give me a DC 15 perception check. Why don't you guys can all do it?
Cool. I'm gonna cast guidance on myself.
Okay.
16
What kind of check is it?
perception. We're all doing pretty good.
Oh, I'm trying to take a nap.
26.
All right. So you
Yeah, I think we all got it, except for
He's taking
Quasar, you're kind of like looking at it and you're like noting the reliefs and kind of like you're noting the figures, but also for you, just the general architecture is almost just as fascinating. Just it's immediately obvious that you can't see any tool marks on the stone. It was whoever did it was really good at engineering, and compared to stuff you've seen on that's more modern or current, you don't think you've seen anybody who can build this in the current day. There's something almost like you're like something like you can kind of it like teases something in your memory, but you can't tell what it is. Go ahead, Alan.
You said it was Dozin. It was ancient Dozin.
Mm-hmm.
I know Dozin.
Right.
Can I make out any of the language?
Yeah. So most of it is pictorial. There's not a whole lot of it, but you notice that they seem to be like almost like some kind of dating system, but you don't have any reference to the panels. Like you don't know, okay, whatever this means, it's like some kind of, in the year of blah blah blah.
really tender. Yeah.
Over,
Right?
do you need a short rest?
Do I need a short rest? Yeah, I could use one, I think.
You should probably take one in this time.
Yeah, because I can get back my second wind.
Yeah,
and
he's
my
on the cart. He wasn't
action
walking.
surge.
Okay.
Good call.
Um,
Yeah, I'll do that.
That reminds me, everyone eat a ration, please, including the mules.
Okay, feed.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have water barrels on the cart, or are we limited to our Gittins?
So you have enough water for what you need right now, but you are realizing you are basically in a desert right now.
Yeah.
And you did not bring stores of water. You have basically the skins on you, but you don't have a barrel of water.
Ah, jeez. Probably should have bought it a keg of beer off the guy or something.
So you continue on like this for another hour, and then another hour, and then another hour.
We're all torches.
She isn't sleeping.
And you start to notice that the lamp is starting to flicker, and you're starting to get worried because you've gotten 7 hours deep into this tunnel, and you're starting to think like, how long is this tunnel? And you're like, how much light do we have? And just as the light it's flickering, you all of a sudden see it lay upon a tumble of rubble. It's in the middle, in front of the
Well, shit.
Complete cave in.
Is it complete?
it you're gonna have to probably get a closer look.
I want to get
hang
a
on.
closer look.
I'll put it.
I got this. I'm small. Is there
Okay,
any?
go Baxter, do your thing.
Can I climb up on top of it and lightly see if there's any holes I could be able to squeeze through?
I'm also gonna put my other flask of oil into the lantern. That too.
So when you approach, you take a look. And you can almost step into it because there's cracks big enough where you can fit Baxter and stuff like that. And it's actually not very deep, and it's mostly looks like debris that maybe got swept down or something like that. It's not stone. It's
Dirt.
yeah, it's stuff you could probably move aside. It's just gonna take some work.
Okay,
Can
I
make
have
my
an
way
idea.
completely to
All
the
right,
other
everybody-
side before I get
everyone-
back, or no?
What? No, everyone gather around. Hold on, huddle.
I'm just trying to look.
Get everybody close. All right. So we need to clear this rubble out of the way, and this tunnel probably goes forever. So the problem is we can't turn back, and at some point we might have to go forward without any light. So that's going to be terrible. Until then, we need somebody to clear out the way. Maybe 2 people. Another person to keep watch. I'm gonna go to sleep now. And I'm just gonna go find a place where I can sleep on the wagon and go to bed.
Okay.
No, I'm
Exhausted.
are you doing a long rest?
Yeah, let's
I'm
just sleep in
fine.
shifts.
If you're doing a long rest, yeah, I can.
We're doing a
use
long
it.
rest right next to this cave-in.
Well, I mean, where else are we gonna sleep?
As
Like
soon as
further?
that happens, I turn into a tiny spider,
Okay.
and I'm gonna spend the first 2 hours trying to make my way through the rubble to see how far it is to the other side.
You don't need 2 hours at all. It's not that deep at all. You're talking about maybe
Baxter already figured that out, I think.
yeah.
I'm
It's
just
like
trying to find the best route possible, and
yeah.
then
So
spend the rest of the
you
6
guys-
hours Sentry's rest.
So you're looking at it, and you come and you actually get a little deeper, and you realize that where this is caved in, there's actually a door on either side of the passage. So there's a door on your right side of the passage with some rubble against it, and then there's a door on your left side. And the left side one is open. The one on your right's closed. And there's a big room. What it looks like in that open door on your left.
Cool. I'm not going to make my way forward from there. I will head back and take a 6-hour rest.
By the way, you can see to your left that room on your left, you can see already all the way to the back. So you can see the far wall in it.
Okay, so it ends.
It's like a
It does
chain.
not. Okay.
No.
Well, I have a level of exhaustion and only a few spell slots left, so that's why I'm
Yeah,
sleeping.
no. Look, you and I will stay up for this one. You guys get some sleep.
Okay.
Okay.
Just wake me if anything happens. Just scream, yell.
Yeah, don't worry. You'll hear the alarm as I'm
Okay.
just drawing a line in the sand that we're kind of in to ritual cast alarm while we sleep.
Okay.
Make sure the mules are okay too.
Oh, they're in the circle. Don't you worry.
Okay, good.
So if we're gonna make camp, you'd have to do camping checks. So that is going to be in this area is going to be a DC 15.
Okay. Oh, nature, some stuff.
Remember, if you have exhaustion, apply. So,
Guidance to anyone
Me-
who's
me.
doing the. Yeah.
I have exhaustion. Excuse me. Oh boy. I don't think we
Good.
made it.
Come on, Albie.
I'm not gonna make it. What do I need to do? Perception, nature. No, you can't do perception, Ulfrid. Quasar already did perception.
Oh, fuck you.
Nature, perception.
Survival,
I'm doing survival.
athletics.
Oh my god.
so you cannot get.
No, 2 of us passed.
Yeah, I got a half
With
pass.
With guidance, he gets 16.
Okay. That's a long rest, guys.
Ooh.
Sweet.
I needed that.
So you guys kind of like.
Does anything happen during our long rest? Like, does anything?
Let's see.
Because then, while Quasar and I sleep, you two would be up.
Somebody rolls our clutch. That's what happens.
BFFs.
Right, someone rolled a clutch.
Yes. Oh my god, I needed a sleep so bad. Oh, beauty rest. I need it if I'm going to be the face of this party.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
we're kind
Baxter,
of in a
during-
call right now.
You are not the face of me, sir.
Well, no, you're your own man. We all know that.
Don't wear the fulcrums of fate.
Yes,
the
Quasar.
fourth wheel.
I was just saying, I relay all that information to you during our while we're keeping watch.
Oh,
That
well,
I
the doors.
found
Yeah.
found a room and a large chamber.
Hey, there might be
And
some
another
good
door
treasure in there,
hidden.
Q. We're gonna have to check it out tomorrow.
All right, guys. We
We
have
shall see.
Tomorrow is.
the coin of Numina.
Is there treasure in the room?
No, don't do that yet.
Don't use that.
Baxter, you have
Oh.
you have the key of fortune.
Hey.
You also have the eyes of the beast upon.
Hell yeah.
I think that's it. Oh, you also
Wow.
have the hematite stone. You can choose one weapon to have the magical property. It does not have to be your own.
That's all on me.
Okay.
The Alfred's crossbow.
Okay.
Thank you.
Blessings of hematite upon
A lot of us already got some magic. Figured you could use some too.
It's true. I got 0 magic, so I'm just totally martial.
Not anymore.
So we wake up and we're in the same place.
So,
And it's still dark.
yeah, you woke up. It's still dark. It's just like it was before. Except this time, when you wake up to darkness because
Yeah.
there's no torches or anything, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't have kept my.
Is anybody else awake?
Yeah. Can I go to
Oh.
sleep now?
Oh. Yeah, I feel pretty good.
Sorry, we probably should have had one person with dark vision sleep in the first set.
Yeah.
So we could switch out with.
Yeah,
someone with
you'll
dark
be
vision.
fine.
'Cause now
Just
neither of us-
listen.
Oh, no, wait. Aren't we all long rested?
No, we were doing shifts, right?
Well, then why did all 4 of us make a camp check?
You need
make the
everyone
camp.
to make a camp check to make a camp.
Oh, okay. So, you guys were keeping watch. Okay, so
Yeah.
only 2 of us long rested. Well, this is going to be a fun watch then. We're going to do it in the dark.
Because our
Um,
ears,
But you guys,
and our smell.
Those of you that did watch can get a short rest if you like.
That doesn't help them, I don't think.
But
I
now
think
we're
it's my wild shape back.
Gets
It's
my
just-
arcane recovery and some hit points, I guess, if we're gonna long rest immediately afterwards. So sure.
Well, maybe we should start clearing this rubble. How are you guys? Are you guys not tired? Are you okay?
maybe we
Do
should
you
avoid
sleep?
making much noise.
Nah, I could use a pretty.
I could use a long rest. Yeah.
Okay, well then, Ulfrid, this is going to be very fun.
Look, we still got like 17 torches. Okay, if you could do like 2 hours of work, and then just wait the rest of it.
I think it's better to keep down as much.
Yeah,
noise as
no,
possible
I'm
while you're resting.
I'm with Ulfrid. I'm not doing any work. We'll just wait here for you guys to
Yeah,
go to
we'll
sleep,
see
and
about
then when you wake back up, we'll keep watch.
So you
All
guys
right.
are gonna just do another long
Well,
rest?
because
Well,
they
yeah.
didn't get a long
Okay,
rest, did they? Or did
We
they?
stayed up to make sure that nothing
No,
attacked.
they
us.
get a short- they get a short-
I made a perception check. I mean, I could have just been in sentry mode.
Yeah, I mean he's in sentry mode. He gets a long rest because he's.
Oh, okay.
Okay, then.
But
So it's
Baxter,
just
we'll go with
Baxter?
Baxter's the only one that does it.
All right.
Cool, so
Well,
let's
you're a
just-
ferret. You'll be fine.
that. Okay, well, I'll consider that a long rest.
Let's just sit in silence for a few hours while he sleeps. And we'll rely on our our hearing and our smell and our.
I mean, if he was in sentry mode, we could
Whatever.
just go
Everybody
back
slept,
with you.
and I was sentry.
So
rest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say you guys aren't gonna be able to do a long rest because you're out of water.
Yeah, that's the problem. We need to
So
I have a
yeah,
water
rest when
skin.
you're hell thirsty. So
Well, luckily, I don't need water, so that
You're
works out
fine.
for me.
yeah, you're fine.
All right.
I do have.
Whatever
a water
happens,
skin.
Quasar, you have to bring the
Put a one
sand
next to
back.
it.
So we still have our exhaustion.
If you got the long rest, you don't have the exhaustion.
Oh,
Yeah,
but I thought you said
yeah,
no one
no.
did because you don't have water.
No, you were talking about doing another long rest.
Yeah, we're not
Oh,
going to
No,
do
no,
it.
no, no.
No,
One
no, I
long
thought we
rest.
do the typical
One
like,
long
just, like
rest. That's it. I was
Right.
sentries rest during the long rest. Let's
And
move on.
everyone was asleep.
yeah, it's just like any
Yep.
old old
Okay.
camp check, like any old
You're
camp.
making it complicated.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
like any old camp. We're doing a long rest, but we're switching back and forth between who's on watch.
Right, exactly.
So we
We already
are
did it. We're
Yeah.
good.
No,
We're good.
let's just okay. Let's move
Anyway.
on.
I
Okay.
think we're all agreeing on the same
All
thing.
right.
D&D.
All right. So you guys are gonna do. You're gonna clear the rubble.
We're gonna have to try.
I want to.
Alright. Can I get a? I need,
Wait, let's look at the rooms first.
Yes, exactly. I want to take.
Do we have to clear the rubble to get to them?
Yeah. So you have to do some basic
Oh.
clearing to clear the rubble.
Oh.
So 20, 30 minutes, you're able to get the rebel cleared.
Well, I'm gonna.
Everyone, go ahead and eat a ration as well for the donkeys too. We're on day 2.
Okay.
And you can see now you have to clear some off the door that's closed. It's like leaning up against it, and then clear out, and you can see the doorway to your left, and there's an open room there. There is, if you look at that open room, you kind of poke your head in. It looks to be like just a basically featureless chamber, except if you look towards the back wall, there's like what looks like almost like a well. It's there.
Ooh, perhaps there's water in there.
Good call. Good check.
Okay.
I'm fucking thirsty.
So you
We're
go
walking
into.
like not stealthily, but carefully.
Okay. Do you want to do a perception check, maybe?
Sure.
Do I? Oops, didn't mean to roll disadvantage. 21.
21.
Okay. It looks like it's just an empty chamber. You can see in the center room there's what looks like an old brazier of some sort, or it's
Brazier?
kind of. Sorry,
Brazier.
A brazier.
brazier.
A brazier.
Brazier.
rod.
There's a brazier in the middle of the room.
Yeah. Party.
Hey.
And it's kind of like rusted and fallen apart or disintegrated. Beyond that is you approach what looks like the well, but looking down into it, you can actually see there's like a grating, and there's no like standard water in it. Now, you do notice there's like a drip coming from the ceiling, like regular drip, and it's going in and disappearing into the grating. And you kind of look up, and you can't see where it's coming from, but out of darkness is like this drip coming down.
If I'm listening,
And-
can I hear it dripping into a form of water? Like,
It could be, but you can't see because there's like a grating there.
or we
Like,
can hear it.
but you can hear. It looks like there's maybe some water far below. You also notice there's a set of levers on the wall next to it, and then you looking at it, you can see they're labeled. And-
Okay, it looks like they're labeled, these levers.
in archaic doza, and there one says
Ulfrid stinks. Weird. I'll pull that one.
one
I
said
speak Dozen. It does
water
not.
valve
We all
open
do.
or
Damn it.
closed,
Okay.
and then the other one says capture open or closed.
Well, capture, open, and then what was the first one?
So the capture is in the open position.
Right, and then what's the other one?
The other one is water valve open.
Okay, I'd hit that one.
Okay. So you like at first you like yank on it and it's just like stuck fast. Yeah. So you kind of like, and it's like, and then there's like a drip.
Here
and then,
comes.
like, a shoot of water shoots down, and it's pouring into the thing.
The capture.
But the capture's open. It's in
Yeah.
an open position, so it's just disappearing.
Oh, so
into-
gotta close that thing.
okay, so you close it, and then it starts immediately filling with water.
Okay,
then
and then I pull the other
water
one.
level's rising really fast.
Yeah, I
so,
pull the other one.
all right, goes back in,
Waterfall.
and you hear the water stops suddenly, and it's just like this spattering, and then you hear this long moan and like this groan, and like hear some banging, and then it's good. You got a thing of water in there. It's like a little.
Quickly get all the water as quickly as we can before this becomes a flood chamber.
Yes.
Thank the gods. And I go, put them a water skin and fill it up.
Refill.
Get some for the mules.
Do we have any barrels in the cart?
Of course we do. They're just empty.
Can we put water in them?
Hell yeah, brother.
Sick.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
We can do it.
And
Stop freaking.
you get fill it up. You get your drinks. You feel satiated. Head back into the hallway, and across where the closed doors are, you can see where you cleared away and pulled away the debris. There's more reliefs there, and you stop for a second because there's something different, and you see these similar king figures or lords or whatever they are, and it's you see one big relief, and it shows there's 7 of them all together. They're all on thrones.
Are these the Asai kings?
And one thing you've noticed is that these kings, as you've been watching, they don't seem like they're like you've seen multiple generations of them as you've gone for the reliefs, like these kings and then their sons, and then you got into these ones, but these are the first ones you see, and all their faces have been scoured away, like someone took a chisel and knocked their faces off each one.
Seems that they weren't very fond of these ones.
And
If I roll a 25 history check, does
Mhm.
that give us any more info on these mysterious kings?
So what you've been kind of noting, and you've been looking at the panels and kind of like making like notes of each panel, and like in your mind, you're kind of like in your database, you're like lining them up and like moving them around to like fit in like in almost like a chronological order. And what you think is you've been seeing multiple generations of these lineages. So when some of the first kings you saw were a generation, and then you see the same king figure later, but it's a later generation. It's like their grandson or something, right? And then you've got these characters, and you see these ones are a new generation. So this is like a new generation of kings, and you haven't seen them before. But these are the first ones where they've been obviously, desecrated, and like the faces have been removed. So as you look at that door, and the reliefs next to him, you look further down the hallway, and there's a more cave-in farther down the path. So I assume you guys are going to check it out.
Please, did you say that another cave-in was further down the door or further down the
so
main
like
tunnel?
50 feet down farther down the hallway, there's another cave-in.
Of the main tunnel.
This is separate from the 2 chambers we just visited. This is the
Right.
main
So you
tunnel.
cleared that first area, but like 30
There's
feet
another
past it, there's a 50 feet
Gotcha.
down. There's another
Well,
one.
yeah, let's check out this other door. Maybe there's a different way out so we don't got to do all this digging.
You're going to check out the door?
Well, there's another closed one, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. How do you want to do that? You want to see if you
What's
can just open
blocking it? Is it just more rubble blocking it?
No, you've removed the rubble that was kind of like leaned up against it.
Is it locked?
You want to pull on it?
Can I check it for? Does it look like it's trapped? I don't know. This is suspicious.
Do
I don't like
do a
this.
perception check for me.
Okay.
With guidance.
Okay. So that's gonna be good.
All right. So
20.
the you kind of like you just like tug on the door and it doesn't budge at all. And you see what looks like a locking mechanism, and you're kind of looking at it, but it doesn't look like it's locked, as far as you could tell. But because you look down and on the bottom of the door, there's like a piece of shale or something that's been like jammed under the foot of the door,
Oh, it's a doorstop.
like
I
wedging it
guess
in
the
place.
north stop. On the other side of the door?
Huh?
On the other side or on our side of the door?
On your side of the door. So
Wait, does the door open outwards or like in like towards you?
it opens into the hallway.
Oh,
You better be careful with this if someone's trying to
so-
keep things out.
yeah. That looks like that's designed to prevent whatever's on the inside from getting in here. So I think we open it.
Hang on. I'm
What's
just
the
gonna
matter, Alfred?
whack, 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 and then put my ear against the door. Do I hear anything?
No.
After making a big racket on the door, it's just dead silent on the room.
No.
Or
So
like-
one thing you've noticed with these doors is they're made of stone. So they're like on perfectly balanced on these hinges. And you were looking at the doors to the room you were staying in, or you stopped and looked in, and they're just perfectly engineered to smoothly close, and it's very well engineered. So you knock on it, and it's like,
hitting rock.
yeah, it's hitting rock, and you don't really hear anything beyond.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. What do you guys think? Just move on.
I can't help but feel like there's a reason that this door is closed. I want to know why.
After you, Al. Go ahead.
Okay,
Well-
I'm gonna pull the shale out.
Okay.
As soon as he does that, I cast Shillelagh and turn
Okay.
my staff from
I back up.
wood
Yeah.
to meteorite.
Yes,
Okay.
and I'm gonna move out of the way as soon as the shale is pulled.
Yeah, stand behind where the door would open.
Yeah, I have a crossbow bolt ready at the door just in case.
All right, everyone ready?
Go stealth.
All right.
I'll step back. I skill like
So
20.
you pull the wedge, you pull the wedge out, and nothing happens. So you reach up and pull on the door, and it's like stuck fast. You can do your strength check to try and open the door.
I'm gonna take the piece of shale and jam it in the side and use it as a wedge to push the door open.
I get my meteorite staff in there too, and I help him with some leverage, and I do the help action.
Can I get a strength check?
And I
Athletics.
also give you guidance. So with advantage and guidance, and I say, your odds are good.
It's a DC 20.
Ooh.
Oh, you gotta roll.
you do it.
You gotta roll a d4. No guidance. You gotta roll a d4. If he gets a 4, that's a pass.
Oh,
Nope.
Yep.
Is there any water coming out of the door,
God,
or is it dry?
oh, this thing is tough.
Nothing's coming out of the door.
Okay. Well,
All right, shall we try again? No, I don't want to try again. I feel like I'm gonna get too tired. You want
Maybe
me
the two of you try.
to get somebody else, so I don't have to.
I don't even want to go in this door. But
Oh, come on!
I have a
Olaf,
plus
you're
one.
kind of the one that could open it.
I only
Yeah,
have a
what kind
plus
of
one
adventurer
strength.
are you?
I'm a dex,
Better than
I'm a
what I
dex
got.
guy.
So with advantage and guidance, I say, the odds are not in your favor.
Come on, Alfred. Come on, you're big and tough.
Okay, I guess I can try. I go up reluctantly. Just like, all right, kind of stretch a little bit first.
What if there's something really cool in there?
Do my old man stretch, and then yeah, I'm going to go ahead and roll. Is athletics or strength?
It's athletics.
Doesn't. Oh.
Okay, let me do athletics. All right.
Nope.
Nope.
Same fucking
Same but
roll.
worse.
So like you're like, and you
Back
turn, you're like,
indoors.
it's not no open.
Wait, I have an idea.
And
This
right
door.
there, there's a big
Punch it.
pop, and the door flies open, and a deluge of water falls out of it.
Oh God!
Everybody,
know it.
everybody make a strength saving throw. DC.
Oh god.
Shit. This was a terrible idea.
I failed. We all failed except for Alistair.
Let's see.
and Quasar.
It is a DC 20, I believe.
What?
what if I rolled a
DC
natural
20?
What if I rolled a natural 20 and I have a -1?
That's
Then
not
you're
good.
fucked, boy.
Natural 20 on accountability checks.
Yeah, that's a hard
tough.
hard check. DC 20 is a hard check.
That
Yikes.
sucks.
We did this to
So
ourselves.
if you fail, I'm gonna move you onto a map.
Yeah, all of us failed.
Everyone failed. Yeah.
That's perfect.
Luckily, I don't need to breathe, so hopefully that won't, have anything to do with all the water we're surrounded by.
geez,
You were
now we're getting pushed to
instantly
the trap
swept
room.
off your feet and slammed up against the back wall of the chamber. Can everybody see?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what I get for listening to you, Al.
I know it's all my fault, but look, at least we have all the water that we'll ever need.
There could still
Splash.
be something cool in there.
Can everyone roll initiative for me?
Oh, jeez. Was it like just like a room full of water that emptied out, or is there water still pouring out?
It's still pouring out.
Or like under a lake or some shit.
18, 16.
Jesse, can you give me dark vision, or Albie, or whoever's in charge of that? Because
Yeah,
I
same.
can't really have dark vision.
Oh, I think I do already.
I just have my lantern.
Okay, you're holding your. I'm gonna give you your lantern, so you can have your lantern. You're holding it up, amazingly. What's the range on that? Do you know? The night vision.
30 feet bright, 30 feet dim. I think. Let me double check. Yeah, 30 feet bright and then 30 feet dim.
And then dark vision's 60 feet.
Can you see now?
I can now. Thank you.
Yep. All right, and then Ulfred, you said you got a 30-foot.
Yeah, 30, 30. 30 bright, 30 dim. I don't know how that works with what you need, but
Is that better?
yeah, I got 30, so I get the other 30. Like, how does that work? I think I just got disadvantage on perception
so
checks
I'm gonna
past
say
30. I think I can still see.
Does that do anything?
Yeah, that worked. That's perfect.
Okay, so we got Zach at the top.
Wait, so this is the well room.
Mhm.
And where the front
Yeah,
Yeah, we got
so-
pushed
I'll get
across the
pushed all the
hall.
way
Got
back.
pushed all the way back into the room. And
I thought we
slammed
went back to the main room and checked the other door on the other side in the main room. I got it.
Oh, and when you are swept off your feet and slammed against the wall, you take bludgeoning damage. You each take 4 bludgeoning damage.
Still not good.
All right. And Quasar, it is your turn. You are.
I rolled a 10 initiative.
Oh, DR? I thought you rolled a 19.
No, that was my strength.
Oh, sorry. That's initiative. Okay. Then it's Austin's turn, or Alfred's turn.
Hold on.
All right, do I see anything happening other than just water coming out?
You can just see this deluge of water coming through the doorway, and the water's already up to your waist.
I'm gonna try to make my way over to the levers. Making my way.
You can hear the mules shrieking over the rush of the roar of the water.
Yeah, where are those levers that we saw earlier?
So there's levers here.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna go over there.
It looked like these only affected the well in this room, though.
Right, but that well, at least, if I open it, would make
It'll-
it so
yeah,
it would never get
It'll
above.
drain a little bit.
It would just
yeah.
never get above our waist. Like, it's not gonna drown us in here, basically.
It'll buy us a little more time.
Yeah, but also the main door's open, right? Like the front door, like the one that we came
Door
in.
right ahead of you is where the water's rushing in.
We don't know where the water's coming from. It could be, a Great Lake. This could
Well,
just be never ending, right?
You don't know the source. Yes. You do.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
Water's also
Um,
going down the main tunnel, though.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, so we also have the main tunnel where it's going to be going out. So it's really should never be getting. If it's getting into our waist level.
And we were going uphill, so going out, the main tunnel is going downhill. So it should be flooding the back of that.
That tavern is in for a surprise.
Yeah.
They probably shut it. I'm assuming you probably shut the door whenever you left.
Yeah,
Well, then there's just going to be a nice little flood chamber.
Whatever the source is, the water is still rising in the room.
So even with it going out,
even with it flowing out, yeah.
All right.
Even if it's flowing down into the well.
The well you're next to?
Yeah, that's what he's pulling the lever on. Is the one that released the cat.
Are you gonna pull the lever?
Yeah, that's what he did. I thought.
I'm pulling the open. Remember, making the open.
So
thing blocks it.
The open.
Right, the one that when the water gets above the well, it'll just drain down into the well.
So you pull the lever and like you immediately see the water start draining. But the water, doesn't seem that it's lowering, and now you feel like this tug, and you see like a whirlpool forming around the drain.
Oh, jeez.
Shit. Close it. I'm just kidding. Or open it. Close it, whatever.
Well, yeah. I mean, it shouldn't.
It shouldn't last long. Well, I mean... Shit. Well,
okay.
I guess all I really have a turn for. Because that was my action to pull the lever, so I think it's the end of my turn.
That's 18, and then someone had it's Gordon's turn.
Shit. And is it, rough terrain to move while pinned by water?
This is a good thing. You're beginning your turns, starting now. I'm going to say, and I'll give Ulfrid a free one. You're gonna to move toward the door. You're gonna have to pass a DC 13 Strength saving throw, or be pushed back.
So good at that, it's not even funny. Oh my god. And this is the door we opened to let in all said water.
The door that you opened is over here.
Yes.
This is the door to your chamber.
Correct. Oh boy. I'm gonna try to get over to Codswald and untie him and the other mules and get them unattached from that cart, so at least they can swim.
Okay, I'm gonna give you that. Please place yourself by that, and you have unattached both animals.
Cool.
You may now do a bonus action or free action. Let's say.
Yeah, that's kind of all I got. I'll take that as my action and then just hop up onto the cart. Hopefully that's above the water for now.
You're basically just above the water now.
Yeah, just to get up somewhere. And that'll be it.
All right. Okay, and then it is Quasar's turn.
I am going to turn into a spider and climb up on the wall and try to climb, rather than swim, just climb across the wall and avoid the water.
Yeah.
So I got to look up the spider climbing.
Would you like a big spider or a small spider?
I think it's a big spider.
Oh yeah, I can turn the giant spider and like...
I think you have to be a certain level to do small.
Can you carry it? You have to be a certain level to do flying and swimming.
Yeah, I can do both giant and regular. So I have a 30-foot climbing speed.
Okay.
So how tall is the ceiling? You said it's crazy tall, right?
It looks like it's pretty freaking tall. Like you can't.
Okay, so I can't get to the ceiling. So I'm gonna just have to follow along the wall here.
Okay.
So I can get to here along the wall.
Okay.
And then I'll no, that's with dash. So yeah, that's my turn. Actually, I will action this bonus action wild shape. I will give Ulfrid guidance on his next check.
Okay.
Next ability check. That's my turn.
Thank you.
8.
Wait, no. Sorry, I used dash. I can't do that. Never mind. I rescind my guidance. My bad.
It's rude.
All right. So
No take
then
backsies, dude.
it is Alistair's turn.
All right, I'm gonna do a check to try to go for the door. What did you say it was?
You have to pass a DC 13 Strength saving throw.
There we go.
Okay. You can, at this point, you can move as if it's difficult terrain.
I'm gonna dash, so that will
30.
be
30.
regular 30 feet then. So I just fucking go right under the water and start
So
swimming.
you're like just like wading through the water, basically.
No, I'm swimming. I'm like breaststroke.
You're not swimming because that would half your speed. You were.
I thought you said it was
terrain.
already half because it's difficult terrain, so it'd be a quarter speed.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
So it's the
So-
same speed.
Okay, that's fine.
That, either way, is it deep enough for me to swim?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so then I'm swimming and I'm dashing, and that's why it's not difficult terrain. Got it.
Swim dashing.
Swim dash.
All
That's my
right.
action. Bonus action, I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to Ulfrid. No, to Quasar.
Okay.
Right, 10 minutes? Somebody gonna need heal? I'll give it to Ulfrid.
Okay. Ulfrid, is your turn.
You're inspired.
Sick. Sorry, where's the main door to this chamber?
The first door, right?
Oh, that's the one's going to like the main room.
Yeah,
It's coming
that's where the
from
the
water's
hallway,
coming
yeah.
from.
There's the hallway's out here.
Okay, so the water's coming through the main door.
So the water's like filling the hallway and then
Yeah.
crashing into the room.
2 rooms opposite side of the hallway. Water's coming from one, pushing us into the other.
Okay. So there should be 2 doors here. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah,
From
somewhere
here.
beyond the deluge of water, there's 2
One here.
doorways.
Oh, they're both right there. Okay.
Yeah. This is hallway.
This is
Okay.
hallway here, and this door here, door here.
Cool. Okay. Well, shit. Pulling the lever didn't work. Well, it didn't help. So, is there any other? This and it looks like there's no other levers in the room. And this thing in the middle was the. Remind me what that was. The broken brazier.
Razor. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, fuck, I guess everyone else is moving towards the door, so I guess I'll start following them if this didn't work.
Okay. So you're gonna have to do a DC 13 Strength saving throw.
But yeah, Bardic Inspiration,
But you have Bardic Inspiration.
if you want to use it.
That's
you
a
can
fail.
use it.
I
Use
will
that.
use it.
You are swept up against the
Wait,
back wall.
Oh, wait,
Got
no.
inspiration.
I'm gonna use my inspiration. My
Okay.
bardic inspiration. Well, what is it? D what?
6.
D6.
So you pass if it's 13.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow.
Okay, passed. That made a difference. You can move rough terrain or swim.
Or swim, but swimming is still
Same.
half.
Same
Same
thing.
thing, yeah.
Same thing.
Flavor.
So that's 15 movement, and I'll take my next 15 for my. I'll just take dash.
Mhm.
10. I think that was it.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, right, I
All
think so.
right.
Yes.
You're
Baxter.
doing it.
Yeah,
All
do it.
right. You said the ceilings are crazy high here.
Yes.
High enough that we can't see them.
And let me add one.
So worst case, we'll just tread water and just go somewhere.
That's what I'm
Hopefully-
curious about.
Hopefully there's somewhere we can go. Or else we'll just fucking drown up there. It's like in a Skyrim with the room we were doing the Thieves Guild mission with
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Real tall
Gotta
room.
Climb out the pipes.
Yeah. That was like I think that was like the final Thieves Guild mission.
All right.
No,
Baxter,
that was like the middle one.
would you
Oh,
say?
no, it
Ben?
was, oh yeah.
It was the main one.
Can I see the ceiling?
You have dark vision, right?
Yeah, 60 feet.
60 feet. Yes. Yeah. I'm sorry. You could have seen Quasar. You could have seen the feeling as well, but this is still the faster path, I think. So, yeah, just barely beyond at the edge of your vision, you think you can see
Is there anything significant about it, or is it just this flat stone surface?
It looks just flat, except there's a portal above where the cistern would be, or the well, and it's just like an open hole in the ceiling.
Right, that's where the water was coming out.
That's where the water is coming.
Hmm. Well, worst comes to worst, we can always swim through that. All right, well, let's move over this way then. Try option A first. We still gotta dig our way out of that tunnel, though. I'm shouting.
I don't think we can make it through there because it's shut off because of the valve. If we open the valve, it would pour water out.
Well, I know, but if this room's gonna be filled up with water, then what difference is it gonna make?
That's true.
If we're gonna die, might as well try everything. But first, let's still gotta dig our way through that tunnel. How far is the jump? Is that? I mean, I know it's based on strength, but is it like 2 times your strength score or something?
What? I have
How
no
far
idea.
can one jump?
Long jump, if you're
movement,
moving 10
jumping.
feet. It is here. Long jump. If you cover strength score, it's feet up to your strength score. If you move
Oh.
at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump.
All right, well, that's not going to do a whole lot of much. Well, I'll just jump into the water. I'll make that strength save and do my best.
Okay.
What is it from standing still?
5.
Yeah,
I
if
jump
you're
into the water and
standing
get
still,
blasted against
Okay.
the cot.
So you're like, you kind of like rub your hands together, and you're just like, you
Let's
just
do
go
this.
through, and then immediately like you're like, okay, you can't touch the bottom now, and it picks you up and puts you back 10 feet.
It's back where I was.
Oh, half that distance. So half your strength score.
All right.
I don't think I'm any closer neither. I did.
If that's your end of your turn, it's Quasar's turn.
I guess, yeah, it's not a whole lot much else I can do. This is not my bag.
All right, so I looked it up, and my climb speed's actually 40 feet. So I'm going to move to here, which is 45, 50, 60, 69, 70, 75, 80 with a dash.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Alistair, it's your turn.
I'm gonna make another strength save. Come on, baby. Let's go. Now I'm gonna dash again. Oops. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Ah! God, that water's getting strong here.
I'm going to ask you to make a roll for Codswold and Bree.
Okay.
Strength saving throws, please.
I have no idea. They are mules. Give me a second.
I got
Constitution save, you said?
strength.
Strength? Oh, they're
+2. That's
Let's
better.
go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, and they have advantage on strength and saving throws. That's what it says. Say sure-footed. The mule has advantage on strength and dexterity saving throws made against effects that would knock it prone. Does that include this?
I'll accept it.
All right,
Sweet.
so I'm going to just roll 2 d20s here. I don't know if this is going to do the appropriate thing. Okay, he passes.
They both passed.
Okay.
Both 18s.
Yeah. Let's go.
Oh, I guess
rolled
that was
2
the
d20s.
advantage.
Oh,
But
no,
now do
no,
it
that's
again.
with advantage. Yeah. Oops, shit. What? Okay, so there, 18s either way. I don't have a way of rolling for it because I don't have it as a character.
Well, that was
Yeah,
the
you
first
just
one.
rolled
So
one.
one succeeded and one failed, then, yeah.
Okay. Let me do this.
Did one fail and one pass, or did they both pass? I'm
Well,
confused.
that was one roll with advantage and then another with her, right?
No, I couldn't roll either with advantage, so I rolled d20s.
Right. Would be rolling with advantage.
That's the
see the
best I can do.
Yeah, you can see the result, and then you just add the modifier.
Oh, okay. All right, well, Codswold is fine then. I guess Bree is the one that failed. I didn't designate which one was which.
Yeah, I
So
guess that would
alright.
be the thing.
Let me do this.
You can just get in an empty barrel and just float, like in The Hobbit.
We'll try.
All right, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Boom. Cods. Whatever, Bree. Bree takes 8 bludgeoning damage as she's overtaken by the water and slammed against the wall.
See, again, I don't have a stat sheet for it, so I don't have a way of keeping track of this.
It's alright, I'll keep track of it. Bree is hurt. Okay. And then Alfred, it is your turn. The water is still rising. You are now full on swimming. You cannot touch the ground. I'm going to have you do a strength saving throw, sir.
21.
All right, it's a pass.
All right. I think we're just trying to go.
Damn.
Huh?
What's your strength?
+3. Oh no, I have. Sorry, no. My strength is +1, but I have proficiency in strength saving throws as a fighter, which gives me a +3.
Nice.
So yeah. Or again, we're just trying to swim out the front door, right?
More or less.
Cool. 5, 10, 15 for my movement. 5, 10.
Oh, I thought we were trying to close the door.
Well, either or, but we have to get there to close it, don't we?
Should be hard. As
You're
fuck.
trying to close this door?
Yeah, this door right here.
I don't think. We're
Then we're gonna be trapped inside.
I don't think.
We
It's
need
I
to
mean,
close
for
this
now.
door.
I think we need to figure out how to stop the water.
Yeah.
we have to figure out
which
the
would be-
source, right?
This is the source right here.
We got to get across the hallway.
Oh, sorry, I can't see the source from where I'm at.
I mean, it's
Yep.
not like it's just coming from another room. If we can shut it, the water will stop, but that's gonna be hard.
Right, but I wonder if it's a situation like this where it's like maybe the other room has a lever where we can shut that off. Like, all I know is the levers in here obviously just don't help.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna give us more water. We already tried opening it.
That's
to
what I
drain.
thought. There could be a respective lever in there.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's coming from the same source, having the water drop into this room might slow the flow from the other room. But I would say at this point, we shouldn't pull any more levers unless we know it'll help.
Also,
Maybe-
not a terrible idea.
maybe the water lever maybe it diverts the water over here. Remember, because it made the loud weird sound. Maybe it diverts the water over to this thing.
I don't think it does.
I think
We
that-
shouldn't
I
rule out
think
anything
this-
at this
we
point.
should-
Yeah,
we
we don't have any
shouldn't,
other
but I don't
fucking
think we
thing
should
to do.
pull any more levers until we know what it'll do.
I think that's
Well,
kind
Because
of
that could just fill this room up faster. Because if the water source is, like I said, a Great Lake, and it's coming from that source, this could just be,
Do
you know.
any of us know Coin of Newman of Time?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, like, will pulling one of these levers help?
Do we want to
Yeah,
ask,
how
like,
do we
is
stop
this
the
one source
water?
or two?
No, how do we
is-
stop the water is the
Is
question.
that sounds like a bit of a specific question for the coin? Would that be allowed? How do we stop the water? Or is
No,
this like
totally.
I'll take it. Yeah. You can spend it.
Cool. Yeah, let's fucking do it.
you guys think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or just ask Numina to stop the water for us. That's what we're asking.
If only.
This is what she does.
Great riddle god, help us.
Can you guys see a revealed section on the map? Across here,
No.
No. I have another light source being weird there.
right here.
No.
No, but I can see them that you pointing.
There
out.
is another lever in the other
Yeah.
room.
Okay, that's what I. Yeah.
Um,
Okay, worth it. Confirmed.
Keep swimming.
Okay.
Just keep swimming.
Climbing.
Just keep climbing.
All right. Okay, so you passed. Yeah.
And I already moved and did my dash action, so I think I'm done. Wait, no, I can do action surge because I got a long rest in.
Do it.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna do that to dash. Fuck it. 15 feet.
No, 30 feet to dash.
Oh,
It's
no,
difficult
It's rough
terrain.
terrain.
No, I'm swimming.
Oh, I'm tripping because you
Either
already
or.
moved.
So yeah, there's my action surge. And then is there anything else I can do
Worth.
that's cool like that? Yeah, worth it. I mean, just whatever. Even though I bet Quasar's probably gonna beat me there with all that movement.
But we might take both of us to pull the lever at this
Oh,
point.
but also
Who
you're gonna
knows?
have to go up and across the
I
hallway.
am gonna have to go up and across, or jump across.
Or on the
Let's see.
walls.
Yeah. Well,
Something.
because
Anyway,
you have to
keep going. We're almost there.
You could do
Doing good.
spider jump.
All right,
Oh,
Ulfrid,
and my turn.
your turn. Baxter, it's your turn, sir.
Oh, jeez.
Get-
Well, I mean, at this point, there's no way I'm making it there. So I think I'm actually just gonna hang out by these levers in case I need to pull them. And I'm just gonna hope my friends do the right thing because I am absolute trash in this situation. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get pushed against the wall and fucking claw my way over to these levers.
Oh, you gotta make a save, huh?
If I just
Yeah.
kind of let the wall water, sure. I mean, I'll
You're
make
gonna
it
have to do
anyway.
your save anyways.
Yeah, 'cause otherwise
Who
you're gonna
knows? I might actually pass it. I didn't.
Okay, you get
Word
pushed up
bludgeoning.
against the wall. You take 5 bludgeoning damage. You
Ugh.
stand up against the stone.
Alistair, this sucks.
Yes, I'm aware this is my fault.
Well, I mean, I kind of begged you into it too, but I'm just saying this sucks.
There'll be
All right.
something good in that room.
All right, Quasar, is your turn, sir.
My turn. 15, 20, and then you said it's 60 feet to the ceiling.
Yeah, like you can try and go all the way to the ceiling, or you can try and jump across, or you can try and swim across.
I have 60 feet with the rest of my movement, so I am going to go. How about I go 30 feet up and then jump across? Maybe that'll make my DC a little easier.
Okay. So you're just hoping you got more space to the water, so you get some more chance to get some distance.
Yeah, exactly. If I can get some more distance to the wall, that's my hope.
Let's just see. What's the long jump again?
Strength score.
Strength.
Plus
Okay.
1 for me.
No,
12.
The whole score,
Oh.
12 feet. So, if you were high enough up, Pythagorean's theorem,
Right.
60 feet
You know
up.
what? If you were to
and-
try and make it to the other side of the wall, I'm gonna say that's pretty hard, considering it's a
Yeah.
powerful jump.
I think you
Alright.
should just be able to walk all the way around and then be fine.
Then yeah, Quasar was just going to go 60 feet to the ceiling.
Okay.
He does the math in his head, and he's like, I don't think I can. The odds aren't good enough for me to leap to the
Okay.
ceiling.
Okay. All right, we're gonna say you're at the ceiling now. Alistair, it's your turn.
God, Numina tells me there's a lever in there. Strength
Almost there.
save,
No.
natural 1.
Oh, you've thrown back.
I'm
10
gonna
feet.
use silvery barbs.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Is that apply
re-roll.
to saving throws?
Yeah,
Such a savage spell.
I'm gonna
It really
re-roll
is.
that.
It's just
And I'm gonna give advantage on myself
yeah, it's
for
just
my
a luck
for the
spell,
roll.
basically.
Yep, let's go. God damn it, I still fail.
You're pushed back 5, 10 feet.
Ah.
So like you're swimming, but like you
Even
like
with
look back
magic.
and you can see the whirlpool is like getting bigger behind you.
For the record, I rolled 2 natural 1s. Oh yeah, that's a thing. Baxter, hit the lever.
See, I told you I need to be here.
Yeah, but not the one that lets water in. The one that lets water out.
Got it. Let more water in to stop the whirlpool from happening.
No, god damn it.
Alistair, I'm gonna have to make you do a DC saving throw for your 2 mules. Cotswold first.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll advantage. Don't mind the -1 on this, because it's actually +2. Okay, so first Codswald fails. And Bree passes.
Okay. Let's see how much damage.
+2. Codswald. No, Codswald.
Cotswold takes 2 bludgeoning damage. So Bree
From
has
11.
2. Bree has 2 hit points left.
Yep.
Cotswold has 8.
Oh
Yep.
god.
And they're just like you can hear them shrieking in the darkness against the wall. Luckily, the mules can swim, but who knows how long. Okay. Ulfrid, it is your turn, sir.
All right. You already know. I'm gonna try to get over there. So let me roll my strength save. 20. And then.
All right. Damn, you guys are acing these.
Well, some of us.
Some of us, yeah, some of us.
Sorry, yeah.
And then I'll do my dash. 5, 10, 15. And that is all I can do.
All right.
Okay, now I can see that section.
Shoot the lever. Bing!
It breaks. You can no longer use it.
Yeah, shit.
The waterlogged lever just breaks.
Yeah, you try to pull it, it just kind of bends.
All right. So when you go into this, and you're aware now that like, basically, where your water level is, Alfred. Now you're like looking at the wall high up, right? Because you're like treading on the top. The lever and the cistern is below you now, but like 10, 15 feet on the bottom floor, right? You would have to like dive down to get to it.
All right.
All right. Just so you know, Baxter, it is your turn.
All right. How bad's this whirlpool getting?
Did you make it, Alfred?
He did.
No.
Kind of. Well, he's almost
Make it into
there.
the room. Yeah. Okay, and you can hold your breath for a number of minutes equal to 1 plus your con mod.
Okay, that's a good thing to bring up. I have different breath rules than the Dungeon Master Guide because that shit's weak. So, holding your breath for 6-7 minutes under duress seems ridiculous to me. So, the way it works for me, if you're holding your breath and you're under duress, so you're actually in a tough situation, you get your Constitution bonus +1 rounds.
Rounds? So
Yeah.
you're like fucking.
So you have like 30 seconds. Yeah.
Jeez.
So imagine you're being hit with a deluge of water. 30 seconds of breathing time sounds reasonable to me. All right.
30 seconds sounds like, I mean, it feels like a lot when you're holding your breath.
Yeah. Especially when you're like swimming and exerting yourself and possibly fighting somebody hand to hand.
I'm down for it. Let's try it. Yeah. How bad is this whirlpool getting?
I mean, it's as there's more water in the room, there's more pressure. That whirlpool is getting heavier and heavier, and
It's enough to start sucking us in, or is
I'm
it
gonna
just kind
start
of?
saying the DC is going to start going up. So it's now a DC
Already too
14
hard.
DC 14 strength saving throw.
All right. Well, let's try to close it then. So that's no longer there.
Okay.
13 for now. Is it 14 as of right now?
Yeah, wait. What was it? It was already.
I'll give you because I didn't bring it up at the beginning of the top round. Next round's going to 14, but 13 I'm
Okay.
gonna
15. Am I hovering above it? Am I on said closed capture?
You got to swim down to it.
All right, next round. Let's go.
Okay. All right. Quasar, is your turn, sir.
Well, I guess I could dash
Right.
down and then do that at the start of my next turn. So I'll do that as my action for this turn.
As I scurry across the ceiling,
Yeah.
I'm looking down the hallway. When it comes to volume of water that's going down that hallway, with the rubble there and the 7 hours of travel, what are the odds that that water's going to reach the tavern?
I mean, if the water keeps up at the pace it's going, it'll get there eventually. It's gonna. I mean, you guys have been traveling all day, so it's gonna take a little while. It's definitely traveling faster than you were.
But there's
We got
enough
2 days.
water
We
that
gotta take 2
it's
rations.
already left to get there eventually. Like, is there any way of stopping the water from getting there at this point? Or
If the water it continues unabated at this pace,
Okay.
it's gonna get there.
okay,
There is, like I said, there's drainage in the tunnel, but nothing significant
lot.
enough
Yeah.
to get rid of this much water. Yeah.
okay,
This wasn't
perfect.
good engineering. Over design, this was
That
not very good
that
engineering.
is my turn.
All right. And so I think that puts you on the other wall, right?
No,
'Cause
I'm
you,
still on
went,
the ceiling.
you went over the ceiling, right?
Yeah.
Climbed up last turn and then over this
So
turn.
I think you'd be over here, right?
It's 80 feet. 80 feet from the ceiling from where I was, right?
Well, because you were at the top of the ceiling, and you had to go across the ceiling, which is 25 feet, and then
So
down.
here, well, I'll just do this. Look from here, 80 feet for the dash.
Is there a doorway?
Oh, okay. So you're just doing across the ceiling. Is that what you're
Oh
doing?
yeah. Just
So
right
it's
across
still
the
like
ceiling.
60 feet up.
Yeah. So you're
Yeah,
like,
I'm just still on the ceiling.
Yeah.
I'm planning on dropping from the ceiling on top of the lever with how much water there is now.
right.
The lever's
I shouldn't take any
underground,
fall
water.
damage.
Mhm.
Exactly. I won't take fall damage. I'll just sink to the bottom, hopefully.
Mhm.
With the
And
momentum.
you need to not only stop the water, but also turn that drain up as well, right?
That would probably help.
Yeah, because it has a drain and it's letting water in. Because water's coming in from the ceiling. Does he see water coming in from the ceiling?
So
right now?
water's pouring down from the ceiling.
I mean, I'm assuming the whole room was filled with water at that point, but now it's unloaded, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
okay. All right. Whose turn is it?
I do see chests in here.
I know. It's going to be worth it. Jesse wouldn't make us do all this work for nothing.
See, I told you there was treasure.
All right,
But-
Alistair, it's your turn.
Oh, shit. Okay. Come on. Oh, my God. All right. I'm going to use...
You're stuck here with me.
I'm gonna. That's it. That's all I gotta. I'm not gonna do anything else. I get moved back.
Gonna
Feedback.
heal Codswold?
Okay.
You monster.
Yeah, I'm gonna heal Codswald. No,
No, don't.
Bree is also hurt.
Breeze hurt worse than Codswell.
You don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm gonna healing. Fuck.
I just love that you're using your spell to heal a mule.
I'm guilting him. I'm just getting guilted into doing it.
You're like 10 HP mule who's like.
When there's no place to buy a mule, they're worth a lot more than 5 gold.
Exactly.
They're worth a lot more than a level 1 spell slot.
Yes. Cast healing word.
Yes.
Why didn't it work?
Are we
Because you
lagging
can't
out?
cast it on mules. Ooh.
Yes, baby. 7 hit points to Bree.
So she's only down 1 hit point now.
Nice.
All right.
Codswald, don't die.
You can choose if you want to just keep them against the wall. You can choose not to.
I mean, they're not
take
gonna
more
try to
damage.
move. They're stuck.
Yeah, so that's fine. You just leave them there. You don't need to roll.
Okay.
They're
They're not gonna
struggling
get
to
hurt. Now
crawl.
they're just like, meh.
Just trying to keep afloat. They're
Just
just
me
like,
and these mules pasted against this wall.
Ah.
I know this sucks. Come on, Alfred, pull the lever.
Ah.
I'm underwater.
All right, Alfred, it's your turn, man.
Quasar probably beat me there. But 5. Oh wait, no, sorry.
Did you
I
do your
did right
saving
there.
throw?
I
Please
did
do
not
your-
yet. Let me pull back. And then. Come on.
Yeah.
21.
That's killing it.
5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15.
Meh.
That's all I can do.
Almost there.
All right.
Quasar's gonna beat me for sure.
Baxter, are you going to do anything? Oh, yeah, you got to try to swim down and release the valve.
You already swam down, right?
Yeah, I swam down as a dash last turn, so I should be there if it was only 10 or 15 feet down.
Yeah, you're there.
Cool. To close the capture.
All right, so you're underwater and you pull back the lever. You hear this clang under the water, and the whirlpool dissipates.
All right. So
Oh, the lever, Kronk.
I
So
gotta-
that is 1 round underwater, by the way. What's your
my con modifier is 2, so I should be able to stay down there for 3 rounds. So I'm
That's
gonna
right.
hold onto it until I hear another clunk clunk, and
Okay.
then I'm gonna let it open, assuming that that means that they shut the water off. So I'm just staying down there.
Okay, you're just gonna hang out down there. Okay, sounds
Yep.
good.
Remember, the water's gonna get higher.
Right, that's why I'm staying down here, so that when you guys open it, I can open it again.
Oh, got it.
Quasar, it is your turn.
All right, so I spider climb closer to the lever next to the falling water, and connected to the ceiling, Quasar reverts back to his Warforged form and does kind of a backwards dive into the water, keeping his momentum. Just aim straight towards the lever there, like a torpedo. He's gonna dive right down towards it.
Okay. I got it. Ready? Are you ready?
All right.
Beautiful.
So you hit the water and it straight down to the bottom. I think you have movement for that. And then you are at the lever. But I'm going to say...
Is it an action to revert?
I have only used it's a bonus action to wild shape back.
Nice.
But in terms of distance traveled...
I've only moved 15 feet and as a spider, mind you.
As a spider, but then you had to swim down underwater.
Or dropping
didn't swim.
takes time.
I
Time.
know.
He's heavy.
I dropped 60 feet.
I'm going to say I'm not going to make a differentiation between diving and swimming. Distance travel underwater is distance travel in the water. So
anchor.
After dropping 60 feet, I don't get a little bit.
I mean, I'm going to say you make it all the way to the thing. I'm not going to make you.
Okay.
Plus, wouldn't dropping take time?
So can I use my action to pull the lever?
Oh, that's fair.
Dropping takes time.
No, because you've basically dashed at this point.
Okay. All right.
Right, because you're not taking fall damage, you can't get a benefit of falling. I see. If he takes the fall damage, would you give him the action? I'm just kidding.
I would not survive 60 feet of fall damage.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
I mean, it's not 60 feet now, right?
Into 5 feet of water.
Yeah. All right, Alistair, that's your turn, sir.
Okay. Fuck, man.
You can. Yeah.
Okay, if I go with the flow of the water, can I maneuver instead of? Do I still have to make a save?
What are you trying to do?
Like, if I wanted to go like to Baxter, would it be easier than if I was trying to go the opposite direction?
Yes.
Okay, so can I try to get to my mules?
You're gonna still have to do the swim speed, but I will not make you pass the saving throw.
Is the wagon underwater?
The wagon's
floating.
like
floating?
it's like floating half in the water.
God, all my stuff is soiled. All the feed is probably ruined. Oh no. Okay.
Have to eat one of them mules.
Well, actually,
Eat the mule.
it's in a Brilla. I mean, it might be all right, actually, because if the wagon's floating, it might be just a little bit of water in there. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna try to. Oh God, I think they got it under control. I still want to be able to see them though. Okay. 5, 10. I'm gonna swing around. 15, 20, 25. Can I still see? Yeah, I can see both of them. But are they within 60 feet of me? No, way not. Okay.
Room.
All right, well then I'm going to use my action to dash and keep trying to 5, 10. Oh, but you said it was swimming speed. Okay, so I would be here. All right, that's my turn.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get over to the stuff.
I assume the mules stay where they are.
Yeah.
Okay. Alfred, it is your turn.
Oh. I can't help you, buddy.
Cool. Failed my save. So what does that mean? I get pushed backwards?
Yeah.
Okay.
I moved you.
So yeah, roll up and get pulled back, and then all right, keep trying to swim up.
It was intense.
5, 10, 15. All I can really do is get to the lever on this turn. So 5, 10, 15.
Close.
I'm at the lever, but I can't do anything with it.
You need to be 5 feet closer. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I dashed to get there anyway.
Almost.
So as far as I can get.
All right. Now, just to let you know, so are you on the surface or are you diving down at an angle?
I'm still on the surface because I haven't even.
Okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
Baxter, it's your turn. Do you want to do anything?
No, I'm just gonna hold my action until I hear a clunk from another lever being pulled.
Okay, that's 2 rounds underwater. You have one more round.
One more. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Quasar is your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull the lever.
Okay, it is a DC 17 strength check.
Whoa!
Fuck, that sucks.
Can you guide yourself?
So is that an athletics check then, or a strength check?
Yeah, athletics check.
Okay, I'll give myself some guidance because I have -1 athletics, so.
You got this, man.
I will give you. I'm sorry, DC 17, or you can reroll this, or a DC 18 sleight of hand check. We'll see.
Definitely that. I'd rather roll that.
Weird.
Cool.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Hey, natural 20.
Nice. Hit that critical button.
All right. So you like grab the lever and yank on it, and it's just not budging. It's just like stuck in place, like stuck wide open, and you like put it, and then like you look and like you realize you're like, I can't pull this closed, and so you like look down at the mechanism, and you're like just running your hands over the gears, and then like you straight up like you're like following the gears, and then you find there's like a straight piece of like metal or something stuck in the gear, and you like wrench it out and pull the thing closed, and immediately the water stops pouring into the room.
Do I hear him in a big?
Yeah, weren't you holding an action, my friend?
Yes, he was.
So if I can hear a big clunk and like more gears grinding, clunk on my side to then open up.
Okay, so you do that, and so you do that, and Alistair's like swimming towards the thing, and all of a sudden he's like, "Whoa!" It's a whirlpool. It's just like sucking him in. He's like, "What? What are you doing?"
Baxter, what the fuck?
This was the plan.
All right. And then like you guys spend like about a few minutes like just treading water, but you see it slowly receding.
So are we the assumption that this thing has always been on? Like it's been on for a long time? Like
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We pulled the plug on it, yeah.
I mean, it looks like it got jammed, a long time ago, and they didn't. Instead of fixing it, they just locked the doors.
They're real strong and shut the door and wedged it.
Or they got it soon enough.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
I want to check out this room, dude. I see a bunch of chests.
Yeah, I'm gonna limp over to and calm down. Come on, guys, it's okay. Come on, it's over. Come on, stop stamping. Stop. You're gonna step on me. Calm down. You're fine.
So the water clears out, and you're just standing in giant puddles.
God, I'm soaked.
Looking around the room.
I'm gonna doggy shake all of the water onto Alistair.
Oh.
That sucked.
You can see that this, unlike the other room, this room did appear to have some stuff in it. You can actually see some desiccated bodies, it looks like.
It was like waterlogged. Gross.
People were trapped in there. That wasn't an accident.
I definitely smell like wet dog. It's like
That's me.
That's Baxter.
And there's
my
these-
wolf thing on.
Oh yeah.
There's piles of what looked like refuse or what it might have been equipment, but it's so badly desiccated you can't even tell what a lot of it is. But you do find some containers, and clearing away the muck, you find a few precious items.
Oh.
I'm into it.
You find 2 silver goblets, each worth 50 gold.
Silver goblets.
They're heavily embossed and ornamented. You also find a chainmail shirt. Now, this is remarkable because chainmail is something you've never seen before.
Oh, is it steel?
Steel.
Oh.
Oh god.
Okay, so you can't make a bronze chain shirt. I mean, you could, but
Wouldn't be
it's
very
not
good.
really the best way to use the material. So the idea of a woven metal cloth is just kind of blow the idea. What kind of like, whoa, like this is a crazy idea. I never even thought about this.
I mean, who can even wear this?
It's not me.
I mean, I only have light armor. This is a chain shirt. That's medium, right?
Oh, Fred, I think that's all yours, mate.
It's a
And
medium
then
with 13 AC, and for me, that would lower my AC.
Chainmail 16.
Tell it.
But it's a chain shirt, right? A chainmail shirt.
Chainmail.
Chainmail is 16.
Oh, it's chain mail.
Oh, I was looking at a chain
Chainmail.
shirt.
Chainmail. Is it chainmail shirt separate from chainmails or separate?
Yeah.
No,
shirt and
chainmail is
are
heavy armor, and chain shirt is medium.
Right.
But
Which one is-
chainmail,
Chainmail.
But it gives you a disadvantage on stealth.
right?
It's an option. Well, it
Thank
could
you,
be
though.
fancy. Is there anything
We could sell it.
special about it?
It's silver.
It's-
What is
it's-
this
I know
material?
it's
you
chainmail.
wear
What's
It's
your
very good.
AC right now, Austin?
15, but I don't want to take the disadvantage on stealth
Okay.
for that one.
You also find a Spalding helm.
What does that do?
Spalding is a style of helmet. It's like peaked and plated, and it has like look it up on the internet. And then
I see football helmets.
Wow. Oh, Quasar, you really did good that one. We were all gonna die.
I'm not a fan of giant wolf spiders. He kind of like just brushes off some of the water.
Yeah. Are we gonna hang out here for a little bit?
I mean, I think we need to go take a look around. Did that water clear out any of the rubble, maybe?
So I don't like
Not
being
up the
wet.
tunnel, I bet.
you go, and actually, it looks like it did punch a hole for the rubble.
Yeah. Perhaps that wasn't so bad after all.
I'll be damned.
But I'm sorry. What does the Spalding helm do?
It's just a helmet.
I know. I've never.
Okay.
Usually most
So
helmets
we
don't
could
give-
probably it's probably worth something.
It might be magical.
Does it give you like
Wink,
a
wink,
It is
plus?
wink.
also steel. So
Huh?
it's also
It's
steel.
steel. No, so let me explain.
high
This
price.
stuff is rare, and we're going to take it, and if anything, we're going to sell it. So, let's just keep that on the hush and put it aside on the wagons.
Right. I'm seeing like
And
5e like rules of helmets. I don't know. Like I'm trying to figure out.
There is no differentiating a helmet in 5e. Yeah.
Right.
So-
Exactly.
yeah.
That's what I'm trying to figure out what it is.
Cool
Okay,
piece of
double
armor.
tight.
Some flavor. It looks cool.
Does it give us? Do we know
You'd
the
have
AC?
to maybe get it appraised or see. What
I don't think it affects AC. I think it's just a cool helmet. And if you want to sell it, we got
It might be magical.
It might be
Uh,
magical. Who knows?
Can I do detect magic on it?
Do you have detect magic?
Of course I
Did we do a short rest?
No.
No.
We're
No.
bickering about items,
You can
wanna do-
short rest.
as parties do.
Can I check the bodies too?
I'll do. Do we need to rest? Yeah, let's short rest. Song of rest. Why not?
What does that do? What does Song of Rest do?
I think he gives us temporary hit points or something.
You get an extra 1d6 hit points every time you spend hit dice.
Oh, then I don't think so.
Sick.
If any of you really got hurt that much.
Yeah, I know, but this way it just gets us back. It's like I,
I
can
have
do Song
no
of
hit
rest.
points.
You know.
You
I also
did
get- I
half
also
my
get
health
wild
bar.
shape back, so that's nice.
Yeah. Instead of expending a hit dice, I'm going to use my second wind prior to a short rest. And just take that because it replenishes on a short rest anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's hitch up these horses and get moving again.
Wait. I'm gonna do ritual cast. Can I take 10 minutes while they're short resting? When we're short resting, can I do this?
Yes.
I'm gonna ritual cast. What do I need?
If you're gonna do it, you can't short rest.
Oh.
Can't
Well, it's
cast
10
it
minutes
all.
afterwards. I'll just do it 10 minutes after the short rest.
You can't ritual cast and short rest at the same time.
I know, so I'll short rest and then I'll ritual cast.
So just do it on the cart while we move.
Yeah, exactly. So what I've been doing is like while I'm short resting, I'm just kind of like looking at the helmet and thinking about it, and I'm like, I feel like you don't come across this material that this is I've never seen anything like this. It has to be more. And after we're done short resting and we're on our cart or wagon, I'm going to ritual cast detect magic on this thing.
No magic detected.
Ooh.
What
damn.
about that chainmail there?
Chuck it. Kidding.
Well, so I get it's magic within 30 feet of me for up to 10 minutes. So I'm gonna do that. So I'm just gonna put that out there and see if I detect any magic. Do I detect any magic coming off of Baxter?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
full of magic. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
I can see it. It's crazy. It's like an aura around you.
No,
So
that's just
So
thick,
the way
actually.
I would imagine you see it, it's more like it's like a slight ring, like
Yeah.
like you can like
Like a halo.
like it's got a little like it's almost giving off a note.
Yeah. So
You
I'm
know?
like, he's like, I kind of look at Baxter and it's like, and then I
Yeah.
go and I move over and then I look at Ulfrid and it's like, oh.
Completely silent, dude.
You go to Quasar and it's just shouting at you.
Yep, pretty much.
Well, this is exciting. I'll take the helmet, boop, and I put it on.
You look like a doofus.
I know.
You are
I
a
am
doofus.
Commander Avery, and you shall all listen to me.
Yeah, Commander Doofus is more like it.
Commander Doofus Avery. Get it right.
All right, so you guys continue on down the seemingly endless dark path, and
Oops, sorry.
you just when your second thing of oil is going out in your lantern, you see pinpoles of light in the distance.
The light at the end of the tunnel.
As you
You're almost
approach,
there.
you get this, like, it looks almost like you're looking at, you see it like come into view, and it looks almost like you're looking through at the starry sky or something like that. You're like all these little pinholes. And you're like, what? And as you approach, you put your hand out and you feel it's organic. And you push on it and you find yourself pushing through a wall of ivy. And you breach it and you step out into a mountainside, and there's twisted pines and rocks around you. And in looking up, you can see like the entrance of the cave or the tunnel is like completely overgrown with like vines and climbers and stuff.
But is there like a trail?
You can see a trail that goes about 20 feet, and then it's like swallowed up by dirt and rocks, and there's roots growing over it.
Baxter, could you clear the way?
I mean, I don't know what you want me to do other than use my hands.
No,
But
you have
sure.
a sword. Just chop it up.
All right, it's not really splashing. I go up and poke the vines. See, it doesn't really work like that. It doesn't have enough. Do you know nothing about swords?
Here, take this sword, and I give him my short sword.
Deacon, oh, sorry, Deacon.
So, Baxter,
You're
you're looking at this, and you're like, you're literally, the road disappears under this stuff. Like, you don't know how many years of detritus and stuff has collected on this, and you're like, I'm gonna have to, like, the road disappears.
Yeah.
Like,
Is it jungle or is it all just low brush and vines?
so you're in alpine. So, and you've been going slowly uphill this whole time, right?
No, we're up in the mountains.
So when you get out, you can feel the air is thin. It's dry, and it's like that thing where the air is cold but the sun is hot on your skin, and
daylight.
you can see, the road is swallowed by the detritus, but you can see kind of like the grade where it would have went. So you have a rough idea.
All right, well, first things first. We don't want to get lost. We need to mark this at least somehow so we can find it again. Either that, is there like a tree we can mark or something, or is there a significant landmark around that like goes up?
Yeah, I mean, you could get a rough landmark. Go ahead and do, I guess this would be a navigation check? Is that intelligence?
Nature or
Survival or nature?
Survival.
survival? One
Survival.
of those.
So it'd be survival check.
I wish it was nature.
Separate survival checks?
14.
You can if you all want to look for it.
I'm gonna give myself guidance on this one too.
Damn, freaking guidance, man. So clutch all the time.
18,
21.
All right.
21.
Okay.
19, 21. There you go.
So, Alfred, people are kind of like, they're back there arguing. Like, Baxter's like, I'm not clear. I can't clear this with a sword. And Alistair's like, you're just not being a team player.
You're just not figuring it out. Come on.
And meanwhile, you've like picked your way down the hillside a little bit, and like you like go over and like kick some dirt aside, and like okay, there you can see the clear like, the cobble of the path, and you can kind of see where like parts of its surface here and there, amongst the rocks, and again, it has that asymmetrical pattern, so you can tell which direction it's going in. Right, so the continuous asymmetrical pattern goes in one direction and it looks different going the opposite direction. So you can tell if you're looking in the right direction or following the path in the right direction.
By the pattern.
So you kind of go back and they're still arguing, and you just
I pull out my axe and like chop through some
Now,
areas,
while you guys are
make it
arguing,
very apparent.
Quasar's updating the map, which is actually a small crystal that he's kind of etching.
Okay.
And he sticks it back in his eye.
Oh, I'm not clearing anything out of the way. I'm just playing the lute while the rest of you are working and clearing everything out. I'm just
You're trying to play the lute while we're arguing.
Baxter while kind of lazily playing the lute.
And eventually I just started freestyle arguing to that beat.
So, by the way, Quasar, I'm glad you brought that up, because part of the contract with the Silver Serpents Guild is you do have to make a map while you go and take log notes. So
I have been.
you've been doing that to your eye, but you also have to update a regular.
I'll do that at the end. I'm not going to give that information, have that information down until we're ready to hand it to him.
Okay,
I don't want
fair
anyone
enough.
else to take it.
Let's.
So I've logged all that information. I made a cartographer's check and a navigator's check, both of which were 20s, by the way.
Excellent, perfect.
Let's do a break here as he finishes his map and we're playing and you're clearing the
Step
path.
out.
Yeah, Alfred's cutting through the brush and stuff, or cutting through areas to make it to show the apparent path. That's
Sounds
what
good.
the axe.
Alistair and Baxter are gibbering in the back.
Yeah.
Green dot is good.
Bringing it back. Bringing it back. Yeah. I guess we're just waiting on Gordon to return. Jesse tries to find us a picture of a Spalding helmet.
Remember what game it was where they had enemies that had helmets like that threw bombs? What was it?
Dynasty Warriors.
No. Played it on PS5.
Ghosts of Tsushima.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, it was them actually. It was that game. It was the Mongols, because the Mongols, they had the guys that like threw the bombs, and they had the pointy-ish one with the long plume out of it, with the they cover their face too. Badass. I love that game.
Yeah, that is a good game. I've never played
Did
it.
you mean Spangenhelm?
I think that's a German pronunciation of it. I just put a picture in that. I just put a picture in the chat for
The group chat or Discord?
Discord.
Is that a side view?
Yeah. Oh no, what you're seeing is the one ear cheek cover on the right. in the
Yeah,
left.
okay, so that's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
It's basically an ancient football helmet. I need to get a plume installed. Alright, well, fuck it. I'm wearing the helmet because it doesn't have any armor statistics. It just looks
Good.
tight, so...
Is it not kind of like medium or light armor or something for restriction?
No.
It doesn't have any armor mechanics,
Alright.
so
It's a hat.
it's a
It
hat.
looks tight.
It's worth 30 gold.
It's worth 30 gold.
That's more than any of us have, I think.
I have 0 gold.
I mean, arguably, this is like a windfall for you in terms of
Yeah, no,
like,
absolutely.
you guys went from having like silver in your pocket to highly
Silver
precious
goblets.
Plus,
All right,
opinion.
so let's continue. Gordon is back. Jesse, take it away.
Sorry, I had to get some
All
food.
right.
It's okay.
So yes, you find the path, and you guys are able to get back on track. Now, the immediate thing you run into is this isn't really a path. It's once was, but now it's just a jumble of rocks and roots. So rather than the wagon rolling along, smoothly, it's basically like you're pushing it over rocks, and the mules are straining to really get it moving in a consistent fashion. You guys have to help it. I'm gonna make you guys all do athletic checks.
Hey, look, maybe if we're not too far from the tunnel, and if we're gonna be coming back through here, maybe we just leave the cart and load up the mules on their own.
I have a feeling it's still quite a ways.
No one's coming this way. No one's come here for hundreds of years.
As far
It's
as
not a very good trade route currently.
Currently,
Can't bring horses. Can't bring
Again,
carts.
remember the mission is to bring back the sand and note the way we got here.
yeah, just a handful of it. We don't need to fill a whole car full of it.
Exactly. But I don't want to leave the cart and everything we have on it.
I'm just
people
making
to-
a suggestion. Let's push the cart.
Well, it's a good thing that your job isn't to make suggestions then, Baxter.
Yeah, it's not to push carts neither. See?
Make sure you're just standing on top of it, like.
Yeah. Well,
what
at all
was
of
the
you.
DC that we needed to make?
So yeah, that's not gonna cut it.
Really?
Told you we should've left the
even
cart.
with both of the mules, which can pull like a stupid
Yeah.
amount of weight.
Yeah. Because think about this. This is not you pushing over one hump. This is you every
Continuous.
5 minutes stopping and lifting this thing. And
All right,
helping-
fine. Perhaps we should take a break here and figure out something.
So I'm gonna make you guys all take another ration, including the mules.
Okay. I have an idea. Okay.
Is it third day? Right? Or is
Yeah.
it the second day still?
This is basically because we're not able to effectively help the mules. It's taken you an extra day of travel. So we're by symbolizing that by eating more resources.
Shit.
All right. Would you like to try again?
Low on food, guys. We don't. Oh, do we need to try again, or do we just extend?
keep going.
You guys
Ration.
didn't pass. I need
After
I need a group pass on this. It's a DC 13.
Oh, I thought you just. Okay, I misunderstood. I thought you just said that we eat the ration because we failed, but
We still got to get there.
Yeah,
What's the DC?
13.
We already have failed.
No,
Yeah, you failed. So that's another ration. Please take.
Okay,
4 days.
this is stupid. Before we even had a chance to make a suggestion, there was like you were rolling already. I'm trying to do.
Should we maybe remove some of the things from the cart? Maybe the big big barrel of water that we just filled up.
I was
Should we
thinking
put
of
things
taking
over the
some-
rocks.
I was just taking some wood siding off of it and making putting wood planks down for us to roll over, so it's a little easier.
Like when it's snowing out, you put like cardboard box underneath it or something like that. You put like
It's
shit
not
under the tires.
snowing, but
I mean, that's an
so
example.
just to explain more, don't think about this as a single event, right? This is a multi-hour athletics check. Right?
Okay, so we're not in the same place.
No.
Right. No, you guys
Oh,
are moving.
okay,
you guys
forgive
are
me.
moving
Right,
We're just
wild.
moving terribly
Right, forgive
slow.
me.
You're moving at a
If that's the
terrible
case,
speed.
then I'm going to use my silvery barbs to make somebody re-roll that, and I'm going to make Ulfrid re-roll his.
But we all failed this one anyway.
Yeah, I'm
No, we haven't failed. It's in reaction to him failing it, which I can use a reaction at any time. I haven't rolled yet.
But if even if I do pass, oh, you haven't rolled. I'm sorry. Okay, cool. I can do that.
And guidance.
No, not even worth the guidance. Or worse.
Well, then now it doesn't matter if I roll. Okay.
Yeah, and just so that you know, I might not allow that in certain instances because that's like a particular role for an instant, right? This is kind of like a macro,
That's a good point.
right?
That's a good point.
I was going to allow it because we're going for it, but
Can I
in
also
the future-
tie?
in the future, I'm not.
Can I tie rope to the front and or to the yoke between them and kind of try pulling them as well to kind of give them a boost?
That's part of this role,
Oh, that's what I'm doing.
right?
Okay.
Yeah,
So this is you doing everything you can think of to help these mules pull this.
I'm
Jesse, the spell is in reaction to them failing a saving throw, not a particular event, so it doesn't matter really.
Also
what-
not a
Yeah,
saving
I'm
throw.
just explaining that this is
or ability check or attack. It's anything.
yeah, it's a different type of role though, because this is not like you failing at saving throw to get hit. This is a narrative time.
Yeah, which I'm saying it also does ability checks, and it also does, which are also narrative time things. So,
So
I
let me
would
explain. If
so-
I could ask you to roll 10 of these, right? For
Right,
one
I'm
day
still
of
using a spell slot and not getting rests in between, even though we could wait 3 days to do it. What I'm arguing is that I'm still using a resource. But it's fine. Nonetheless, we have to eat again, I'm assuming, because
yes.
we all failed.
Yes.
Okay.
God damn, we're gonna
Keep
run.
moving. I'm going to eat my mules.
We're in the wilds now. We might have to do some hunting next time we set up camp then.
Yeah, I mean, I can basically automatically get food.
You
what's
can
wrong?
if you're not spending the whole day trying to help the mules.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever there's food and fresh water available, I can find it. That basically will allow me to feed myself and 5 others.
What are we passing while we're walking? Is it just more arid land?
So you've made it down the mountainside now, and you have as you descend, you're descending into a craggy kind of valley, and as you look up, you're traveling down. You can see there's just these rows and endless rows of peaks. So you don't have a concept of really how far you've gone or how much progress you're going in terms of you don't know how long this road is really. You have an idea, but
Right, but we're not passing ruins of civilization or.
no, it just seems like this road, right? So you haven't seen. You're basically traveling through this wilderness, right? You have no idea what's on this road. So
a lot of
you
nothing.
make it down into the valley, and you actually go into a bamboo grove. So the road smooths out a little bit, where it's not as much debris on it, and you're able to get some decent time, actually some decent travel time in it. And you find that in the bottom of this ravine is just full. It's just a thick bamboo forest. And
I'm jotting all of this down. I even pop my yellow eye out and inscribe something, just a small little mark on the map, and then screw it back in and take out more paper, and I'm writing more notes.
And you get to another section where like the road basically starts like narrowing, and you feel the bamboo kind of encroaching from the sides, and you get to a point where like, oh shit, I think we lost the road again. And you're kind of like discussing it with each other, like, you know, what should we do? Blah, blah. And then all of a sudden you spot a distance away through the thicket, you see an old man, and he's got like some kind of tattered, almost like robe that falls down to his knees, and he has like a straw hat almost, and he's just kind of has his head down. He's a little thing. He must be like 5'3" or something like that, and he's like kind of walking, and then he like looks up and he sees you guys, and he just stops, and then he just turns around and starts walking the other direction.
Hey, hold up there, grandfather.
Say it in Dozin.
Say it again in Dozin.
Okay. He kind of like looks over his shoulder, and then kind of just keeps walking.
Like how fast? Like
he's not going very fast.
you're muted, Zach.
Oh, I just said tell him we're lost.
Well, let's catch up to him, see where he's going.
All right. So you kind of like, yeah.
And hey, Gramps, you live around here?
Oh. Yeah, not far.
I think you're walking down the street and 4 strangers yell at you, "Hey, old man, you live around here?" I'm like, I'm just gonna fucking book it. No, go.
Not just on the street.
That's the idea.
You're on a ancient, antiquated trade route that no living person shows up on, and yeah. So you're approaching it, and he.
Hey, we're kind of lost. You know your way around?
Yeah.
What's your name? My name's Alistair. This is Baxter. That's Alfred, and this is Quasar.
He kind of like looks around. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, what's your name?
He seems to hesitate for a second and like looks at you.
Like, we're lost. We mean you no harm.
Yeah.
And I say that with the utmost, like, with sincerity in my voice. Persuasion. 17.
I'm called Edmund.
Edmund?
Edmund.
Oh. Pleased to meet you.
Yeah. Hey there.
Can you help us? Because we are quite lost, as you can see.
Depends. What are you looking for?
Some food, and maybe some water, and a place to sleep for the night.
What do you eat?
Just about anything now. But I mean, you know.
Any kind of small game.
Yeah, like what do you eat?
Can my background not help me right now though with this stuff? I'm just
Sorry?
curious. Can my background thing not help me with us finding food?
What is that exactly?
It's the Wanderer. I put it in the chat so you
Now
can
he's
see
just spamming it in the chat at this point.
I do it again. That was the second time, but
Yeah.
it says, in addition, you can find food and fresh water for yourself and up to 5 other people each day, provided that the land offers berries, small game, water, and so forth.
I'm gonna say you can find food for everyone for today. You cannot find feed for the mules.
That's
I
fine.
mean, I still have feed for the meal, so we're still good.
Okay.
But no, I'm talking to this guy. What do you eat around here? Like, what's your favorite dish? I'm saying this in Dozin, I'm imagining.
I like trout.
Trout? Fish? Fish is good. That's Baxter's favorite.
Yeah, and any rivers around here?
Such a
Yeah.
good-
There's a river. I'll go ahead and as you do that, you kind of break free of the bamboo forest a little bit and step out, and then you can actually you're like emerge. You realize you're merging out of a valley into a larger, like a ravine into a larger valley, and it's gorgeous. Actually, you can look down the valley and you can see these dramatic sheer mountainsides, and they're green. It's we're still in early summer. The spring fall was not that long ago, and the valley is green. Think of Alpine Alps. The hills are alive with music and shit. So and he kind of merges, and he doesn't seem to, as you notice this, he seems to keep walking. And even as he does that, there's a small stream, and you can see a bridge built over it. And this bridge is wood, and it's obviously been made within a couple decades. And he crosses the bridge, and you also see terraces cut into the hillside, where obviously they're growing something. And you realize, to have terraces that size, there's got to be a settlement nearby. Like, this is not one person doing this. This is the organized activity.
It's rice fields.
And he goes over the bridge, and he starts winding up this little hill, and you can see on the top of the hill there's a small hut with a peaked roof, wooden roof, has stone walls. And there's a little trail of smoke coming out the top. And he kind of walks up, and in front of the hut, there's a fence, and there's all these brightly colored cloths, like draped over the fence. And there's like a line out front, and there's more brightly colored pieces of cloth. And he kind of walks up. You're still following him, and he walks up to the front of this hut, and he kind of just waits. And a moment later, a woman walks out. She's probably in her 30s, dark hair, and she is carrying some brightly colored cloth. And she walks up and she drapes it over one of the lines, and then she looks over and she freezes.
She sees us.
Yeah, and she's looking, and you can see immediately in her face there's alarm.
Does she look good? Is she pretty?
She's I mean, yeah, she's healthy.
Does
She's
Alistair find her pretty?
She's
She human?
I think Alistair can find something pretty about most women.
Thank you. All right, so what color are her eyes?
You don't know, but doesn't really matter.
Yes, it does.
Oh,
Okay,
it's-
so I walk.
Go with
So she sees us, and she sees alarm, and I kind of like look at everybody, and I'm like, guys, relax, and let me do the talking. And we're on a wagon, and so we pull up, and then I'm like, oh, and his name was Edmund, right?
Edmund, yeah.
Edmund, and I say, hello, my name's Alistair. These are my friends. Edmund said that there might be a place here for us to stay. We're travelers and we're lost, looking for some help.
And Edmund's kind of standing there, and he's just looking at her. And well, you said this, and then you hear him talk. He's talking to the woman. He says, "Can you hear that too?" And she's kind of looking at her mouth agape, and she's looking at you. She kind of just nods. He goes, "Oh." And he turns and looks at you, and then he takes a hand.
We're real people.
And he puts a hand on, and he's like, "Oh, I thought for certain you were Oni."
No, go Oni? Like, no.
Demons? Yeah.
God, no. Look,
And-
look, we're travelers. We're actually a traveling band, and we all fell asleep one night at a tavern, and we woke up in the middle of this forest, and we have no idea how we got here, and we need help.
Edmund says, I've been walking that road for 60 years. I've never seen anyone come down it before.
And we've been drinking at that same tavern for at least 60 days, and we've never gone to sleep before and woken up in the middle of a forest. This bamboo, I've never seen this before in my life. I don't. Where are we? We don't even know where we are.
Were you drinking with the Oni?
No.
Can
It was
we
a
do-
bear, actually.
Sounds like something an Oni would do.
No, it
What
was
do Oni look like?
It was a bear.
If drinking with an Oni is an option, I would love to do it.
No, shh, quiet, you.
Sounds
It
interesting.
was.
Oni are tricksters. They can turn into the wind. Or
No, it was. There was no wind involved. It was definitely a bear, and his name was. Well, it was something with a B. But. Can you help us?
He kind of
And-
takes a finger and pokes it
and-
towards Max. It's like, but you travel with a forest spirit.
No. His name is Baxter. He's just a ferret.
Yeah.
Look, he dances. Here, dance for him, Baxter.
Well, I can't just dance. I need a tune or something.
If I'll bring out the lute and do 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 do
And then as soon as you start doing that, you hear like a high-pitched squeal laughter, and you see there's a small child peeking out from behind the woman's skirts.
What's your name, little friend?
And the old man kind of steps in front of him a little bit. He says, "That's my grandson."
No, it's
Oh.
okay. It's okay. Here, look. I'm gonna, I'm kind of probably at eye level with said kid already, and I'm just gonna hold up a little gold coin. I'm gonna make it disappear, and a mage hand is gonna come down my head and drag the coin all the way up over, until I back off, and a coin just kind of dangles himself in front of the kid's hand. Aha!
And then the old man goes, "You sure you're not Oni?"
No, definitely not Oni. We look. Hold on, and I go into my wagon and into my things, and I'm going to look for something to give to them. What do I have?
Let the kid have the gold coin as the mage hand.
So I go over and okay, let's see. Sealing wax, flasks of oil. Oil. I have oil too. Holy shit! I didn't realize I have
Don't
oil.
give him the oil.
Wow.
Would oil be valuable to them? Would water be valuable to them? What? Actually, no. There's a river nearby. I guess oil would be more valuable to them.
It might be, yeah.
I go and I go to the back and I get one of the flasks of oil and I'm like, look, please, you're the first people that we've seen in who knows how long, and we really could use some help. What is your name? And I look at the woman.
She hesitates a moment and then she says, "Mildred."
Mildred. And can I see her color eyes now? What color are they? Just
She's brown eyes.
brown eyes. Your eyes are like beautiful flowers in the sun. Pleased to meet you. My name is Alistair.
She brings her hand up and kind of touches her hair a little bit. And she goes, and she seems like she seems like she doesn't know how to take the compliment.
It's fine. You just take it. And I look inside the doorway. What kind of stuff do they have in there? Can I peek in?
So, it looks like a pretty modest hut. There's not a whole lot. You can spot there's a few chickens out front.
Chickens? Okay, perfect.
Um,
So I say I don't want to be to intrude or anything, but my friends and I here, we could all use some help in a place to stay, and it doesn't have to be inside. Even just just knowing that there's people nearby, would feel better.
Alfred jumps in and says, kind of off topic, says, "Do you guys tend to these fields yourself? or do people help you?
No, no, that belongs to the village. That's a shared terrace.
Oh,
there's
so
a
you're
village
social.
nearby.
Got it. Okay.
So there's a village nearby then.
Yes, it's just down the road a little.
Yeah.
We're on the edge of town.
Because we don't mean
Is-
to be an inconvenience. Like if there's a town nearby with a place for us to stay, we're happy to stay there as well. We'd hate to intrude.
Oh, I guess I didn't realize we were close. You guys are just the first people we've seen in days.
And then the woman kind of steps forward. She's like, "Father, we should let them stay, even if they are forest spirits.
We're not spirit.
It's better let them
No,
in.
I'm
They
gonna
might
take the
make the
compliment.
well go dry, poison the herb." And that she says, "Please, our home is open."
Okay. I look over at Ulfrid and I'm like, let's just be careful here. I whisper to him, let's just be careful here. Message style. You know, these people like they're talking a lot about forest spirits. Like maybe there are forest spirits around here, so we should just be on the lookout.
Whatever that is.
We can ask.
Uh,
Have you seen?
Spirits are kind of everywhere, no matter where you go. It's just kind of part of life.
Ulfrid asked straight up. Have you guys seen forest spirits then?
Well, Edmund says I've never seen one before, but I've heard people have seen them.
Like big gray bears with big bunny-looking ears with like triangles in their stomach. Totoro? No,
He points towards the.
my neighbor Totoro.
He points towards Baxter, and he says, "Travelers have said that many forest spirits live in the east."
I mean, I'm not gonna say they don't.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, are they ever not? Obviously, they aren't so good looking as all of us. So, how far is it to the town center? And also, is it there's like a village leader or something like that?
Yeah. Well, this
And what's the village called, by the way?
Yeah,
the villain's called Tolland.
Tolland.
How do you spell
It's it's like
it? Tolland.
is it we're in the
And-
Everlands?
Yeah. Well, it's this is the kingdom of Tolland.
Tolland.
The
Yeah.
Kingdom of Tolland.
Mm-hmm.
Tolland.
Oh, I'm sorry, King of Essen. Tolland is the village.
Well, that's a totally different kingdom.
Essen.
Essen Tolland.
Mm-hmm. The king is King Istan. Istan.
King Istan. Where are we? Do I know anything about a King Istan?
You didn't even know
Do
this
any
place
of us?
existed.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know anything
Yeah.
about this place. Okay, King Istan. And
What about like a history check on the name of the Essen Kingdom? Is that known at all?
On
Roll
maps.
that. You guys
This
have never
place
heard
has
of this
been-
place.
yeah, this is straight up gone. Okay.
So, basically, the Kuhn Mountains are a geographic or topological boundary.
Yeah.
It's literally impediment. Like people, there are of course trade routes that go into them, but for the most part, there's
Hence the
all
one.
kinds of little valleys here. It has been referred to in the past as the land of 100 kings. So,
Okay.
Do you
I
happen to have a?
think-
It's gonna be a weird question. Do you happen to have a map of the area? Ulfrid asks.
no,
Since we are
so-
lost. I mean, it'd be
I'll
helpful.
be able to find that in the village.
Right.
Is it? Where are you heading?
We're not heading anywhere. We've just found. We've just been
Like
found by you. We're trying to find our way to Telazan.
I've never heard of that place.
Yeah, and we've never heard of Essen. This is something else.
Yes, lots of new things today.
You said you've been walking this road for 60 years.
Yeah, yes,
Are you the oldest person you know?
not the oldest.
Okay, can you... is there somebody older that I could speak to? Somebody that would know what happened, maybe 100 years ago or 200 even.
No, Walder, I think he's seen 76 seasons now. He's 2 years older than me.
Does he walk?
Decently for his age.
All right. Not bad. Okay. Well, and where could we find them?
He's down the road a bit. Stays with an old lady.
All right. I'm going to go down the road.
I remember he said he's 2 years older than him.
Yeah. Oh, he's only
Not bad.
2 years.
Yeah.
Not much.
Should we
That's
ask
what
him
it's
if he's
asking.
seen-
It's pretty
This
surprised.
guy.
If you've got questions, this is the guy to ask.
Okay, so
That's
then,
what
all right,
we're
fine.
Like if he's seen the imagery that they use for like the directional things on the paths. Should we ask them if they see anything like that?
Yeah,
That's a good
no.
idea.
Well, isn't it right in front of their house, basically?
Yeah,
we lost it.
The road veers. It's probably like 150 yards from where the
Yeah,
house is.
we got found again by the old man showing us the way.
Who drew it? Did you draw it? The
Draw it.
asymmetrical pattern. Did anybody draw it?
It's always been there.
No, I mean, no. I was asking if any of us drew it so we could ask him about it. Oh, the pattern. He knows about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then fuck. Edmund, have you followed this? How far have you followed this in any direction?
It's not safe to follow the road. That's the dead road.
The dead road.
The dead road. That's
Why
a
were
great
you walking
name
on
for
it?
Why do they call it that?
I've been walking it, like I said, for a long time.
Yeah. So
Even when I was young, my mother told me not to.
Well,
Now I figure death is not that far off for me. Why not?
I don't want to welcome it any more quickly. What did you? What was it like 60 years ago?
Why is it called the dead road?
Well, the road's been here for as long as we can remember. As legend goes, there was once a great sorcerer king here, and he discovered immortality and lived for many centuries. But in time he grew weary, and in fact wished for death. But his magic was too binding, and he could not die. So he gathered together his advisors and his sorcerers, and they devised a plan. They would build a road straight to the underworld. And so they built this road. And he took it with his royal procession and marched here straight to the underworld.
Oh.
Is underworld towards where we came from?
Yes, it was. It is.
I've never really thought about it. I don't know which direction it would be in. That's
Well, obviously it goes down because that's why it's called the underworld. Duh.
I would think so, yeah.
Yes. Anyway, so to say, that road wasn't actually built to the underworld, and in fact was really just built into, a mountainside is probably more accurate, I think. But who knows?
I guess it's just what they say.
Where does the other end lead to? If we were to go the opposite direction.
I've never gone past the water wheel at the end of town. That's the road's dangerous, and it's guarded by a giant.
Ooh, that sounds fun, guys. Let's go. And we go. Wait, are we doing that today or tomorrow?
Yeah,
Should we
we're
go?
not gonna stay the night at least.
Well, I guess we should stay the night and have dinner at least. That's probably the proper thing to do.
I'm quite tired. I think it's been a big
No,
day.
all right. Yes, you go to sleep, Edmund. It's like 3 p.m. That's probably your bedtime. I'm gonna go talk to Mildred.
I'm gonna go fish
All right.
and get dinner for us.
Nice.
Sounds
I'm
good.
gonna help Mildred around the house with whatever she needs
All
help
of
with.
that information that we just.
I'm
Sorry,
gonna
what?
take care of the mules.
I'm updating the map with all the information that we just
Okay.
received.
So, Mildred is a seamstress. That's her profession. So, all that
Perfect.
brightly colored cloth and stuff like that, that's draped over the fence and on the lines is stuff she's working on. So she works mainly with wool, and there's a dyer in town that helps as well.
Yeah.
Okay, first things first. I want to help her with anything that she needs help with.
Okay.
Second thing, I'm gonna ask if we pay her, she could fashion us some matching, like, team uniform outfits. You know what I'm saying? Each in our own styles, right? But with like matching colors or something like that. You know, matching logo.
So, first of all, the concept of her having somebody following around and helping her is just seems completely like she's not used to it, and in fact, it's kind of off-putting to her. She's
Well,
like,
I'm actually pretty good at just about everything. So whatever you need help with.
very helpful and everything. It's just the idea of like someone helping her with a lot of the chores around the house. It's like it's kind of weird. So, but she
Trying to be a
seems
good house guest.
yeah, she seems like she's a industrious woman, and she says, "Well, I can't make them because that
That'd take too much time.
that will take like a week."
But could
And
you repair
you're
these?
not going to be here that long, right?
These are pretty messed up, and they could use some repair at least.
She's like, "I have something that I could probably cut to fit you."
Okay, that'd be nice.
And let's see, what could she do? It would be
I'm looking for some. Actually, what I'm looking for is like, because I have like already pretty good garb. What I'm looking for is something to, like I want her to make me something. You know what I mean? I don't really want.
she could make you guys a set of cloaks.
Yeah, right. That'd be tight. Some sick cloaks, some wool cloaks, some traveler's clothes is what I'm looking for.
She can make them in blue, green, gray.
Yeah, we're going with gray.
Okay.
I already got green outfit.
Like Lord of the Rings, we throw the gray over and you can make it into like a rock.
Yeah.
I think no elven magics. Okay.
Well, to be fair, while I'm outside taking care of, shacking up the mules, making sure they're safe. You said she was like draping over some of the extra fabric that was lying around.
Right.
Is there any long strips of like red woolen fabric or something?
Yeah, that's good then.
Yeah, if no one's looking, I'm just gonna.
Okay. You're gonna have to do a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
DC.
I swear to God, Baxter.
They welcomed us into their home and we're stealing from them.
I am stealing from them.
It's a DC
you guys
10.
are doing nothing.
DC 10 for you because she's totally not focused on you.
Yeah, she's
Alice,
busy.
I thought this was the plan. You smooch them up and I steal their stuff. I thought this was the agreement.
I mean,
here.
you always end up stealing people's stuff. I'm smooching them up because I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to do.
I know.
They
This
just
is my excuse.
coincide.
This is how I justify it. 18.
Yeah, you see Ulfred down, like, he said he was going to go fishing for trout. You see him, he just has his crossbow out, like, shooting
A
him.
bolt with a rope on the end of it.
Yeah, shooting him and pulling him back in.
I can just imagine you like trying to like do like a little string on a stick, like doing it, and then just getting frustrated halfway through, like throwing it down and just like
Boom, boom, boom.
Or he just wades into the water and just uses his hands like a bear.
yeah, like
Right, probably
or
good.
snatches that thing out of the
Comes out of the water, one's in his mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just want a strip of red fabric. Just gonna put that away for later.
You got a little strip of red ferret. You're like, ooh, shiny.
Yeah.
And so let's see. What are traveler's clothes? Let's see.
Like, how much do they cost?
Yeah.
If we're gonna be up in the mountains, it's not a terrible idea.
They are 2 gold pieces per.
Okay. So we're gonna say for a cloak, we'll say it's 1 gold piece each.
I already have traveler's clothes, so this is just going to be a different type of weather. Traveler's
It's not
clothes. I have
travel
gold
cloak because it's half the cost. It's just a
Oh,
ornament.
it's just an ornamental cloak.
Yeah.
It gives us +1 coolness.
Yeah,
Mhm.
sure.
It's
I guess it should
Mildred.
be of the area. It's like
Mhm.
of the style of the.
It is
Mildred
the style of
cloak.
the area, so it is.
Yeah, we're going to fit in more with the
Much
people
of it.
here. Yeah.
Cool.
Cloak of protection.
all right.
12 of us.
I'll give the 1 gold when I get back from fishing.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so during this time, I'm chatting up Mildred, and I'm learning about like her family, and I tell her about my family, a little bit. I make up some story back home that's probably not true. And the point of it being that I'm trying to see if I can like glean any information from them as far as like what do like they know, like do people move around here? Like what do they know about this road and anything about the.
So you start, you go into your routine, and just being as charming as possible. And as can be expected, she succumbs pretty quickly, and she's also smiling and laughing and generally just really enjoying your company. And she tells you that she was married, but her husband was called as basically pressed into the military.
I knew it. There's no way a lady as pretty as you would go out without being married. I just knew it.
And then her son's name is Tori, and
oh, you have a son. That's okay. I'm ridiculous.
Yeah, and
There's a little boy outside.
Little boy, yeah. And then, but her husband's been away for 3 years now,
Oh, damn.
and she hasn't heard anything.
What was his name?
William.
William.
Yeah.
What was the name of the Silver Serpent trader that wrote the book?
Baskavar Tata.
Baskavar.
Very
Okay.
different person.
Not William. Got it.
He's Telzani.
Yes.
Wait, so Mildred is Edmund's daughter.
Right.
Yes.
Cool.
And son's
And
name.
Tori's grandfather. And
Tori.
yeah, and Tori's
Tori.
mother. Yeah.
Got it.
And she says, and basically describes this like whole valley is a kingdom. And it's she's heard it's not the largest. She's heard there are larger ones, and it's King Istand, and he is a king, but he also kind of like owes fealty to or something to like another king that's farther to the west.
So he's almost like a lord, but he calls himself.
Yeah, he's almost like, it sounds like he's more like a lord.
That seems to be pretty common these days.
And he does have there is like a castle or fortress at the west end of the valley where he is, but that's the far end from where you are now. You get the impression that this is kind of like the edge of that kingdom, and as far as she knows, going east, there's basically, it's like wilderness. There's nothing, and she seems like anything outside this valley is like a whole nother world.
Well, do you guys know of a great desert that may lie on the borders of here? That's kind of the only direction that we've known to go. But after that,
She says, "What's a desert?"
Lots of sand.
excuse me. Yeah, big beach.
Desert. Beach.
Just
You know what
waves
sand is?
and waves and hills of sand.
I've got it. Wait, who are you talking to?
Mildred.
Mildred. As they're describing it, I'm like, Mildred, have you ever seen like anything? Have you ever seen? Well, I guess we call it magic. Have you ever seen magic before?
Other than what the forest spirit did with the gold coin?
He's not a forest spirit. He's just a ferret. Not a
No,
forest
she can call me a
spirit.
forest spirit. I like it.
Okay, fine. You're a forest spirit. No. Well, I don't want to scare you, but the sorcerer kings, they have magic, right? Wait, they know about the sorcerer kings, right? Or did they not know about
That's
this?
part of the legend of like the road.
Oh, so they knew about that, right? Okay.
Right.
So like,
yeah.
And so well, it's like inherent. It's just kind of there, and some of us can, tap into it, and so
as you're like saying this, her eyes are getting like wider and wider.
go well. I guess I just wanted to show you what like a beach looked like, or so. Let me divulge a bit more information here. I've traveled all over the continent. In many years, I come from a long line of traders. See, I have a wagon and my mules out front, as you can see. And I once traveled with a four-armed Namoro woman. Maybe you've never heard of these people before, but
She like puts up her hand and is just like, I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah. And he's like, "Well, let me just show you." And I do minor illusion, and I show her what a beach looks like, with like the sands and the beautiful sky and the clouds and the sun setting over it. Because I've been probably,
Right. So you do this thing, and she kind of like starts taking a step back and like backs into onto a stool and like sits down accidentally on the stool, and it's just like kind of like sit there, and she doesn't. She's like awestruck. She can't say anything, and then as soon as it's over, she's like, and then she like looks at you, and there's like she doesn't know. She's like, okay, you're something different, and
I was trying to say.
she says, I never thought there was such a place. And I don't know if there is such a place.
It's
but
real.
beautiful.
I can
It's
tell
beautiful.
you, I've been there, and I have dipped
And then-
my toes in the waters of an ocean.
She says, what do you want from me?
Can I trust you?
I think so.
Insight
certainly-
check.
Yeah, right. Insight check. Certainly enough to show her magic and her not think we're witches, right? Except forest spirits. I say, a long time ago, this road ran all the way through a mountain and kingdoms beyond. And everybody prospered in those times. We aim to, we are here to find that trail, that road, and it led us here to your village, and we're still continuing this way. And it's guarded. You say it's guarded by a giant on the end, and you see magic. You can speak of giants,
She says, she kind of stands up, and she's all of a sudden very serious, and she says, follow me. And she walks out the front of the hut and walks down the path, 50 feet into where the road turns and goes towards what you assume is town. And she says, the dead road skirts town and flows towards the north. It seems that if there's anyone that can walk the road, it's you.
You've been doing it for like 3 days, 4 days, a week, several weeks now. It seems like.
It's what brought us to you.
And then she points out in towards the mountains, and you can see this wall of jagged mountain peaks capped in snow. And she points to one that's taller and higher than the others, and she says, "That's Stormbrow. That giant guards the road." He's like, he's been sitting there since the beginning of time.
Wait, you said she pointed to a mountain?
Yeah. Do you know any? Like, have you heard stories of people who have gone to see him and come back, or does nobody come back?
Spoken.
I've never heard of anyone that took the road that came back.
You called Stormbrow?
Stormbrow.
It sounds like a great name for a beer. All right.
Strong jump.
We'll have to tell Benjamin that on our way back.
And
Okay.
yeah,
Rohan's like, well, that's something. Does he like ask for anything, or does he just sit there? Like, does he like rain down evil upon the village, or is it just a giant that sits on a mountain? Like, does it? I guess I feel like
No, that is Stormbrow.
The mountain.
the mountain is
a
the
giant.
giant.
Or,
Oh,
or they, or
I
they
thought we
see
were
it as
talking
a giant.
about like an
No,
actual
the-
like, a giant.
No, I think we are.
I think
Or
she
it's a
thinks.
legend.
Yeah, I think the legend is that the mountain itself is a giant, and it hasn't
Oh.
moved since
Got it.
time started.
Can I make a history check to see what I know about legends about giants and
Giants
being
really large, right?
Dozen descent and such?
You can do a history check.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's
Oh
do
no, giants are. What's their size? Like in
that.
metagaming.
I rolled an 8. Okay, so I don't know too much.
So there is giants are actually a big part of folklore for Dozen. They go back to supposedly the ancient Dozens. People were brethren with the giants, and had they lived amongst each other. And then there was some rift, and the giants and the humans stopped living together. If you remember I'm not gonna bring that up. So it's a big part, and there's lots of like little folk stories about the traveler meeting the giant on the road, all that kind of fairy tale stuff. But in terms of, it's still legend, right? The giants aren't something you see. People see on around. It's not like there was a giant last week. So it's very much a part of myth and legend in some part, but it's also accepted as fact by a lot of people. Like, oh yeah, of course they're giants. I have never seen one, but of course there's giants, right? So in your travels, something like giving a mountain the mountain is the giant, like that. You've heard stories like that before, right? The river is a maiden, the mountain is a giant, right? The forest is alive, right? This is not uncommon to hear stories like this.
Like if that is a giant, that's the biggest giant I've ever seen.
You've never seen a giant, so how would? Of course, it's the biggest giant you've ever seen.
Well, I've seen references.
You've seen nothing. You've seen my ass.
I've seen books.
I look at Mildred and I say, "Well, how far is it down this road until it gets not so safe? And also, are there people in town here that buy and sell stuff? Is there like a market or anything?"
There's yes, at the end of the week, there's always a market in town. There are craftsmen in town.
What about a metal worker?
There's no metal worker in this town. You would have to go to the next town over.
How far is the next town over?
20 miles.
Oh, damn. Okay, a day. All right, got it. Okay, well, might as... What? We lost Gordon? Might as well, go check out town before going to... What time of day is it? We haven't seen the sun in how long? The sun's out, right?
Oh, yeah, it's like, it's probably late afternoon now.
Okay, so let's go do some quick shopping, sell some of the stuff that we found.
All right. I'm actually going to cut it here, guys. And we're going to start off with the town next time.
Going into town.
Word.
Do we level up?
Yes, you guys are next level. You're level 4.
Oh shit.
Oh, we
All
are?
right. Wait, what's level 4? 2,700?
I think another 450 will get us there.
2,700.
You can just automatically level up to level 4.
Hell yeah.
We did it, guys. We made it to
Level 4.
Tolland.
Thanks for everyone for joining. Or
Oh shit.
if anyone joined.
Kirby's there.
No, that
Kirby's
was
Thanks for
bad.
here.
Level up. Kirby's there
Kirby.
right now. Everyone say hi to Kirby.
I'm level
Hey
4.
Kirby.
What up, Kirby?
Oh. Feats, ability score increases. We're level 4, baby. All
We
right.
did it.
Find out what we pick next time.
Sharpshooter.
Oh, well, I guess we know what he's getting.
We know what you're getting. I have a lot of thinking to do.
Yes, I know. I feel like I do too, but I feel like I already know what I'm going with. So.
I already know.
Jesse, that was fun.
I'm just gonna
That was cool because that encounter was not combat. It was us trying to
Puzzles.
survive for our lives underwater.
Alfred's instincts paying out. Going of Newman are paying off.
Yeah. That was good. All right, well done. We'll come back next time, whenever that is. Thanks, Jesse.
Thank you, Jesse.
Are we off camera already?
Boom. We are now.